Well, a very good morning and welcome along to live football action. We're at the GMC Stadium in Goa for the second leg of what is an incredible semi-finals as Kerala Blasters Football Club have a task on their hands. They're 7-0 down after the first leg against the two-time champions Bengaluru Football Club. And if there's a comeback required from Kerala Blasters today, they have to be perfect from minute 1 to minute 90. They have to put on a stunning performance after the two-time champions Bengaluru Football Club in the first leg put 7 past Kerala Blasters. They were flawless that morning and they'll continue to be here as they have certainly one foot in the finals of the Reliance Foundation Development League National Championship 2025-2026 as the second leg action is about 9 minutes away from kickoff here at the GMC Stadium. Well, I'm Suraj, your commentator for this morning, and I'm joined alongside my colleague Kumar for this broadcast. Welcome along, Kumar. Big game here for Kerala Blasters. They have to be spotless here today. Well, after Kerala Blasters Football Club had everything gone wrong in the first leg, they really did struggle as head coach Amit Rana has certainly rung in the changes, and they will see whether or not they can try and overturn this monumental deficit. Bengaluru Football Club in the first leg, man, oh man, they were sensational. Everything that they tried went according to plan, as head coach Andy Singh was drafted into the bench, and his team put on a stellar performance in the first leg against Kerala Blasters. Bengaluru Football Club, after topping Group A in the national group stages, put on a seven-star performance against Kerala Blasters in the first leg. Do Kerala Blasters have it in them to turn around what would be an incredible result? Or will Bengaluru Football Club put on a professional display here in the second leg and book their spot in the finals on Saturday here? Big game settings as Kerala Blasters. The onus is on you. Well, we are live at the GMC Stadium in Goa as Kerala Blasters Football Club will have to play the best 90 minutes that they have. Head coach Amit Rana has certainly rung in the changes here. We will bring you the team news very shortly, expecting the teams to just line up in about a couple of minutes' time as Kerala Blasters forced to make those changes after a nightmare first leg where nothing went according to plan. For Bengaluru Football Club, they were just sensational. No surprises that head coach Randy Singh and Anup Raj go with the same starting 11 that did all the damage against Kerala Blasters, and they'll run it back here in hopes to book their spot in the finals. Well, both legs of the Reliance Foundation Development League National Championship were one-sided as Bengaluru Football Club put 7 past Kerala Blasters, and of course FC Goa put 4 past Punjab Football Club without reply. Both teams from Group A getting the job done in the first leg. Will they get the job done in the second? We'll wait and see. Well, alongside me is my colleague Kumar Satyam for this broadcast. Kumar, big game settings here. Kerala Blasters will have to be perfect from minute 1 to minute 90. Something cannot compete. Also, they'll have to be their best going forward. Get an early goal, and maybe, just maybe, a few things might work in their favor, but it is certainly a monumental ask.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Kerala Blasters trailing by 7 goals. Yes, we have seen comebacks. We have seen comebacks in Indian football. We have seen comeback in Asian football. We have seen comebacks in European football. And everyone loves the comeback. But to be honest, you've got to be really serious over here. Trailing by 7 goals. Yes, even if you go out and score goals, but you also make sure that you don't concede. And looking at this Bengaluru FC side under Renedy and Anup as Raj, they're a very free-flowing side. They like to go up front. Arbash in the midfield once again would be very influential. Bengaluru FC, as you've heard it already, going with an unchanged lineup. That goes to show you that this team is established. They don't need to make a lot of chopping and changes. For Kerala Blasters, the team news is that they have gone with 5 changes. Amit Rana is making sure that he ties loose ends. It's going to be difficult. It's certainly never going to be easy. But hey, if you want to do easy things, you got to stay at home. If you're playing football, you got to do the hard things. And right now, Kerala Blasters and Amit Rana, they need to make sure they get a good start in the first half.
Well, spot on there. Everything has to go according to plan after a first leg where everything went against them. Bengaluru Football Club were ruthless in front of goal. goals from the starting 11 and, of course, from players off the bench. It was a tremendous performance that left everybody's jaws on the floor. We expected a game to be tight and tense towards the end, but those two set pieces goals for Bengaluru Football Club opened the floodgates, and from there on, they were irresistible up until 90 minutes. Kerala Blasters, from their point of view, unfortunately, their confidence was completely shot. There's an opportunity here, Kumar, for them to at least try and win the second leg, and that's something that head coach Amit Rana will be relaying to his boys here. Go out there, win the second leg, bring a bit of confidence and pride back into the Kerala Blasters side. But Bengaluru Football Club, they are a professional unit. The two-time champions will be going again here. They've got one foot in the finals, and they look to close it out.
Yeah, for sure. And Kerala Blasters, with the head coach Amit Rana, as you said earlier, probably would look to win this one, not try to lose against Bengaluru. They lost the first one 7-0, but coming back to it, those goals in the first leg. I mean, the first one from Arbash and combining with Sertocom was inch perfect with that header. But few of those goals, especially the second and the third, it felt like the defenders were not on their toes. There you see both the teams coming up together now. Kerala Blasters today in their traditional yellow stripes, Bengaluru FC in that red and white stripes.
There you have it. Bengaluru Football Club and Kerala Blasters both taking the field here at the GMC Stadium in Goa. 7-0 after the first leg. Kerala Blasters will have to be perfect here. Yes, their shoulders will drop, but a couple of early goals, you never know, Kumar. But as you mentioned before, that 7 goal is probably a bridge too far for Kerala Blasters. Even a side who scored 19 goals in the national group stages will have to pull out everything that they have. As head coach Amit Rana, having made those changes, will be expecting a response here from his team, who got absolutely walloped in that first leg. Bengaluru Football Club, they were perfect. And no surprise that head coach Randy Singh runs it back with the exact same team. They are a powerful unit, and they really did send shockwaves across the national championships here as Bengaluru Football Club looks to finish the job here against Kerala Blasters.
And it's going to be a decent watch with all those changes coming in for Kerala Blasters and from Amit Rana. It's going to be really interesting how the lineup uh, is going to be one game. And but Bengaluru FC, of course, this team, you've seen how free flowing they are. I mean, once again, if I don't think they'll go attack very early on. I think they'll just sit down, probably absorb some early pressure from Kerala Blasters, and then because Kerala Blasters, they have to go on the attack, right? They have to go on the ascending. So there would be spaces opening up when they push forward. And when those spaces open up, Abash, Adil, Cyrus Abhilash, those kind of players can feed upon those spaces, trying to feed Sertocom, their main man, once again.
Well, spot on there. I'm sure head coach Randy Singh and, of course, head coach Anup Raj will be telling their boys to go out there and be ruthless here. Yes, when you're 7-0 up after the first leg, you might take your foot off the pedal, but that's exactly why head coach Randy Singh is there in the dugout there to make sure the boys will put on a professional display here and get the job done in the second leg at the GMC Stadium in Goa, as both skippers out there in the middle with the referee today, Manish Vashist, with his two assistant referees, Rohit Pandey and Harish Joshi, with Manbir Singh on the sidelines as the fourth officials, as the two skippers out there in the middle. Suraj Singh for Bengaluru Football Club on the right, and Sumit Sharma, the centre half for Kerala Blasters Football Club, on the left. As there have been changes made at the back line here, Sumit Sharma will keep his position as the centre half, but head coach Amit Rana has made a few changes, not just in terms of the substitution, but also the goalkeeper, expecting a different result here today, as both these teams will look to put their best foot forward here before the finals. Big game settings.
Well, big game settings, of course. 15th of April, two semi-finals lined up. This is the first one, the second leg between Kerala Blasters and Bengaluru FC. The second one would be, of course, Punjab and FC Goa, where in Punjab are trailing by 4 goals. So today, both the semi-finals need a rescue act. Here's the lineup for Kerala Blasters. Suraj, take us over.
Yeah, head coach Amit Rana ringing in the changes with Hitesh coming into goal here with Jagannath, Amar Mohammed, Sumit Sharma and Laltin Lal Haukip. 3 changes out of the back 5 here with Yunkamen, Indranath, Roshit Joshi and Chongloy in midfield. Roshit Joshi and Chongloy both drafted into the midfield spot, and the front 3 remains the same at the first leg, as Haudamli and Wi-Fi, Makap Manu Daniel and Tokchip Singh round off the front 3 for head coach Randy Singh and Bengaluru Football Club, as it was in the first leg. Suraj Singh keeps his place in goal. Vumlalal Hangshin, Yaifaremba, Bangsan Singh and Ashika Durkare to make up the back 5. Adil and Gobish in the midfield pivot with Cyrus Abhilash Samson out on the wings. Mohammad Darbash was scintillating in the first leg with a couple of assists in the number 10 position for Serto Com to provide all the service for the man who got 4 goals in the national group stages and 2 goals in the first leg in red hot form here as Bengaluru Football Club look to finish the job here. Kerala Blasters, all will be on them. Can they try and get a couple of goals? Can they possibly win the second leg after Bengaluru Football Club put them to the sword after the first?
Yeah, well, today Kerala Blasters in their traditional stripes, that yellow jersey, probably will feel much at home. For Bengaluru, their jersey looks pretty immaculate, giving a bit of Arsenal vibes. About to begin really shortly, though.
We're ready for kickoff here. From Kerala Blasters' point of view, the pressure is really off here. They just have to go out there and play their best football possible. Not worry about the result as we're off and running at the GMC Stadium in Goa. As Kerala Blasters immediately try to nick the ball here. Clear message there from head coach Amit Rana for his team to go out there, press and invite. Make sure that Bengaluru don't have a simple game here. As on the left here, Vimnalal Hangshin immediately picks the ball up to find Cyrus Abhilash. That left-hand side, Kumar, was absolutely cooking for Bengaluru Football Club in the first leg.
I mean, they were cooking from each and every side. They were playing football. Of course, that left hand side was dominating, but whenever they got a touch of the ball, the way they were combining, the passes coming in together was absolutely electric.
It was sensational throughout. As Kerala Blasters, you could see that immediate pressure as soon as Bengaluru kicked off here. As you could see the aggregate score on the top right left-hand corner. Bengaluru Football Club put 7 past them. Serto Com with a brace, Cyrus Abhilash, Adil, and then a couple of players off the bench scoring. Nian Suba and Suraj Singh both off the bench scoring goals. It was a tremendous performance from Bengaluru. From the second leg performance, I'm not sure whether or not they will go gung-ho. Spaces will certainly open up here. Bengaluru will look to be as clinical as possible, make sure that they shut the door as quickly as possible in this second leg. It's on the right-hand side, trying to make the challenge here. Well, interesting there, Kumar, that head coach Amit Rana did ring in the changes, especially at the back. Amar Mohammad, Laltan Lal Hawkib, and of course Hitesh. 3 of the 5 changes that have been made in the back 5.
Yeah, I felt like the goalkeeping change would have been done after the first leg. It felt like there would be a bit of changes coming in. I'm not so sure what would the impact be. Got to wait and watch. But that figure up front, 7-0 on that top right hand side, that's a daunting task. That's a monumental task, to be honest. I don't think I've seen ever a comeback in youth football from 7-0 down. And that's the kind of task Kerala Blasters have to put on today. And those changes, they could very well play a part.
Now, spot on, there's the 2-legged tie in the semi-finals. The first time in the Reliance Foundation Development League history here, 2-legged semi-finals is required. And that's something that we have seen here, hasn't it? As how you're going to supposed to manage the games here. Can't afford to give everything in that first leg and leave yourselves open and pretty much kill off the tie in the second. But these are the learning curves that you learn, and the Reliance Foundation Development League is all about that. How players look to bounce back from setbacks. As on the right-hand side, Bengaluru trying to win the ball back as Howdamlian Wi-Fi pinches the ball on the left-hand side. Good sliding challenge, and now Kerala Blasters could possibly venture forward. It's cleared away strongly here. Bengaluru will look to just keep frustrating and every time they get the opportunity here. On the left-hand side here, Howdamlian Wi-Fi just trying to venture the ball forward. Roshit Joshi's introduction into midfield, and of course, Henleng Mang Chonglai, 2 midfielders that head coach Amit Rana did draft into the starting 11 here in the midfield, hoping for a bit more solidity. They were far too open there, where Bengaluru Football Club just took advantage and ripped them to shreds every time they ventured forward. What will really have set head coach Amit Rana was the manner of which the first 2 goals went in the first leg, both coming from corners. Mohammad Darbash's deliveries was right on the money on those occasions. That's something that Kerala Blasters will certainly have to try and prevent in the second leg here. Hitesh now on the ball. There's Jagannath. Fortunately, one of the goals that did happen in the first leg did come off him in the second half. There's Jagannath, Amar Mohammad, Sumit Sharma, and Laltan Lal Hawkib. Back 4 today will be hoping to somehow keep a clean sheet here against an irresistible Bengaluru Football Club side. Going for the big switch out there in midfield as they win the ball again. It's a crunching challenge there right in front of the referee. But what Kerala Blasters cannot afford to do is lose their heads here. They'll have to make sure that they are composed throughout, not give the referee any sort of decision to make here, Kumar.
For sure. I mean, and the big point that you already mentioned that they have to make sure that somehow they keep a clean sheet. That's the biggest task at their hand.
Wide.
Defenders were a bit sloppy in the first leg. There's no chance for them in the second, and especially you've talked about the defenders, but also the
Double
midfield
red.
battles in the first leg were won by Bengaluru boys. So Kerala have to make sure that they dominate in those central areas today.
And somebody has to be on Mohammad Arbash, that's for sure. He was pulling the strings absolutely outstanding in that first leg as Feremba and Bangsam Singh in the center of the defense will once again look to keep that clean sheet again. Yes, Iris Abhilash. Into midfield, beautiful football here. Zarbash plays it all. Bengaluru are playing some sensational football here. Soto Com shifts it onto the right hand side. I think he might be offside, and he is.
पूरा
Excellent
वाइड
play
करूंगा.
again here. Ashika Adhikari from right back, making his way all forward here, Kumar. Head
इतना.
coach Randy Singh's tactics clear as day.
Simple football, no complication. Take the ball, give the ball, receive on turns. It's basic football. But you know what they say? Playing simple football is the hardest thing. Bengaluru in the semi-finals have exactly done that. In the first leg, we've already seen. In the second, they've started the same way, just rotating the ball very easily, comfortably, trying to penetrate and open that Kerala Blasters defense.
Just over 5 minutes on the clock here at the GMC Stadium in Goa. 0-0 the scoreline as Bengaluru once again some lovely patterns on that occasion into midfield as Amar Mohammed from the back, making sure that he's very much on the front foot here, pressing. So Bengaluru Football Club will just look to play those 3 or 4 passes around the midfield and then look to open up here. Head coach Randy Singh very much urging his boys to go out there and score the opening goal and pretty much the confidence of the Kerala Blasters player on the floor here. Here's Cyrus Abhilash on the left-hand side. Oh, brilliant nutmeg there. And then the strength to hold off the challenge. Clever pass between the lines here for Mohammad Arbash. Now onto the left-hand side for Vumnilal Hangshin, who put in a delicious cross in that first leg. He has been outstanding. One of the best left-backs in the Reliance Foundation Development League, Kumar.
And they've done that. Vumnelal Hangshing and Sertacom, that combination, we have seen that already in the national group stages. There's a telepathic connection between those two boys. Hangshing, especially, you already mentioned, probably one of the best left backs, one of the best full backs. Remember, he can also play as a forward on paper, still, he's mentioned as a forward. So he's got that pace. And sometimes in a youth setup, you play in different positions, but later on, as you evolve into a professional player, it depends on the coaches and the setup, wherein you are, you know, Bengaluru boys, they can play in multiple roles. As we have already mentioned in the first leg, they're fluid, they're versatile, they can take different positions. Hangshing, who knows, somewhere down the line in his professional career, might you also see him up on the wings at the forward?
He certainly has a well-rounded game here as head coach Randy Singh, making sure that his team are just looking to pop the ball around here. 7 minutes on the clock, no real incentive for Bengaluru Football Club to go out there and score a bag full of goals, having done the damage in the first leg as Suraj Singh, the captain Zamban, would have been thrilled with that clean sheet. Perfect captain's performance there as Kerala Blasters here to really get going. Bengaluru continuing their dominance on the ball here, possession all for the two-time champions here. Here's Wumlilal Hangshing trying to play that into midfield. Adil and of course Bobby is the two midfielders. Ran the show for Bengaluru as on the left-hand side. Can he keep the ball in play? He can. Excellent stuff here from Mohammad Arbash, peeling towards the left-hand side, finding the left back. Wumlilal Hangshing with the ball into the box, cleared away. Good work there, but they win the ball back again here. Good work there from Bobby. She can't get the nutmeg. And now Kerala Blasters looking for the counter-attack, but look how quickly the Bengaluru boys are back in defense here. Excellent work, and it's easily mopped up.
Well, the daunting fact in the first leg of the semi-finals was okay. Yes, Bengaluru did get 7 goals, but the haunting part was Kerala Blasters didn't have enough shots on target. They didn't test the goalkeeper for Bengaluru. Suraj was a mere visitor. And that's the probable fact that Amit Rana would be talking about. That at least, even if you're losing, go and take your shot, boys. Makamayam Daniel, towards the end of that second half, we saw him trying to take some shots. He did take a shot that was from distance, straight at the goalkeeper, though. That has to change today. Even though it ends in a losing cause, doesn't matter, but you've got to show the intent. You've got to take your shots from distance, create some chances, trying to penetrate that defense of Bengaluru. Easier said than done, though.
Spot on there. Hitesh goal would have been happy with the early stages and how the defense has shaped up so far. Trying to just push this forward. Kerala Blasters will be desperate for the first goal, give them something to hang on to just to make sure that they try and win the second leg. Here's Indranath in midfield. He loses out, and now Bengaluru can venture forward here. Cyrus Abhilash with the first touch. Beautiful touch, and now benches forward. He's through on goal here. This could get ugly very soon. He's rounded off the goalkeeper, and it's 1-0 already. It's sensational stuff. How about that for an electric start? And it's that man again, Kumar. He cannot stop scoring. Soto Kom with 2 goals in the first leg opens the scoring here as Bengaluru Football Club certainly have both feet in the final.
Tremendous from Cyrus Abhilash. Tremendous from Cyrus Abhilash. Once again, this man does all the hard work, feeds it for Sertacom, who then has the composure to finish it. 1-0 semi-final second leg. It has started the same way. Once again, less than 10 minutes, and Bengaluru have got the first one. Brilliant piece of goal from Sertacom. Rounded up the keeper, puts it in an empty net. It's getting very easy now for Bengaluru FC.
This could go from bad to worse here for Kerala Blasters. This is going to be a really tough lesson to face here. 10 minutes on the clock at the GMC Stadium in Goa. Soto Kom with his third goal in the semi-finals. He is in red-hot form leading up to the finals. 4 goals in the national group stages, 3 goals already in the semi-finals. Talk about stepping up in the big stage. Ooh, there's a challenge. They has to be careful. That's a high boot here. We'll have to have a look. What color is the card here from the referee? It is only a yellow. You could see there from head coach Anupraj immediately with hands on head. That is a rash challenge, Kumar.
Well, we were talking about ways how Kerala Blasters can turn their deficit, and definitely, if a Bengaluru boy gets a red card, 11v10, that would have been a way to probably get back in the game. And that's why you see Anup Raj. He was out there on the touchline on the tracks. He was just waiting to see what was the card, what was the color of the card, and luckily, it's going to be yellow. I just hope that the player down is okay, though.
Yeah, Sumit Sharma taking a heavy boot there. You could see there from head coach Anup Raj's reaction. He thought that that card could very easily have been a red one. Yeah, that's a high boot there. It's dangerous play, and he can be very, very lucky that he's staying on the pitch. Now, how much contact he's made, only the referee knows there. Sumit Sharma still on the ground. Bengaluru Football Club have to be careful here, and that has to be their main remedy here. Not allow Kerala Blasters any sort of route back into the contest, and it's that man, Cyrus Abhilash, who's outstanding in the lead up of the first goal, picks up the first yellow of the match.
I think the only fact that referee probably went for the yellow card was, if you watch the replays, it was not directly on the face, it was a bit sidewards. Yes, it was a high boot, take nothing away from that, but it was not directly onto the face, and that is the only fact that I think has saved the defender from probably going out. Oh, beg your pardon, Cyrus Abhilash from going out.
And Cyrus Abhilash will have certainly had his heart in his mouth on that occasion, yes. Unfortunately, Sumit Sharma still on the deck. He's received some treatment from the sidelines here. Really unfortunate for the skipper here in the manner of which, but good to see him just get back onto his haunches here. Make sure he'll have to just about absorb that. That'll be a really painful one. Good to see Cyrus Abhilash just checking on his adversary on that occasion. Sure, he didn't mean to do that. He had eyes on the ball, but when you lift your leg up that high, you should know that it possibly could be dangerous play. But excellent to see Sumit Sharma back onto his feet, thankfully, Kumar.
Yeah, these boys are young. These boys are warriors. They don't make fuss about their injuries. Sumit did get probably a hint of it, but he's okay to continue now.
He's got a deep gash there under his eye. He has to make sure that all sort of concussion protocols and safety measures has been implemented by the medical staff. Kerala Blasters temporarily down to 10 here. They have been hit with that early goal. Beautifully finished by Soto Kom after Cyrus Abhilash absolutely opened them up here. And here there's that man again, Cyrus Abhilash. They're 2v2 if they get this right. Here's Abhilash on the outside. He's waiting here. Arbash has bought the ball. Oh, they're lining up. They're queuing up. Good save. And they somehow managed to clear Kerala Blasters players. You can see that their already heads are down here. Bengaluru opening it up. That will. Ball into the box. What a save, but he can't prevent it. And it's 2-0 already. What a ball into the box there by Mohammad Arbash. And it's that man again. Soto Kom with yet another brace in the semi-finals. Powerful header. Hitesh could have done better, but it was far too much venom on the header as Soto Kom brace in the first leg, brace in the second.
He's absolutely on fire right now, Sertacom. I just reinvented himself, and Mohammad Arbash from this left-hand side, ball inside the box, header. Hitesh gets a hand onto it, could have done better, But take nothing away from Arbash's delivery. Sertacom feeds it on a plate for him. He does not miss. Brace once again in the semi-final second leg. He's a really happy man right now.
Sensational from Sotokom, who has matched his national group stage tally in the two legs already, and there's still well over 75 minutes to play here, Kumar. This could go really, really ugly from Kerala Blasters' point of view. You could see their body language, shoulders have drooped, their heads have dropped, and this is where head coach Amit Rana will have to pick his boys up some way, somehow. It's gone pear shaped early in the GMC Stadium in Goa. Well, Bengaluru Football Club have not come here to just sit back and soak up and, pretty much play out the time here. They have come out in full manner to try and rub salt in the Kerala Blasters' wounds here. Soto Com, excellent couple of finishes from the centre forward. He is looking to fill up his boots. He would be disappointed he couldn't get his hat trick in the first leg. But make no mistake about it, he'll be looking for it again. And here's Mohammad Arbash. Oh my word. Here's Cyrus Abilash on the left hand side. They're queuing up once again. Clever back heel here. Arbash might have been offside. Smart to let that go here. Body language, Kumar, from Kerala Blasters' point of view, it does not look good.
Something has to probably cheer them up. There has to be something now. I mean, 9-0. Of course, you can't make comeback. Look at this from Cyrus Abilash once again. That back heel. Arbash leaving it because he knew he was offside.
Kumar, I think he was on there. You could see from the far side. I'm surprised he didn't take a touch and just wait for the fourth official the linesman rather, to lift his flag up. Probably just took his foot off the gas on that occasion here. And following the same as we did in the first leg, as Makukmanam Daniel onto the left hand side here. Immediately shut down. Excellent work. Look at the way that Bengaluru are in no mood to concede here. Head coach Randy Singh's instructions well there. Clever here by how Damlian Wi-Fi. Can he get his shot away? Good block there onto the right hand side. He's crowded out. Excellent defending. Kerala Blasters looking for a moment of inspiration here. Some way, somehow, they need something to go their way. As how Damlian Wi-Fi full of energetic running, trying to make the impact on the right.
Just feels like they're more charged, Bengaluru. That was the case in the first leg as well, in second as well. When Kerala Blasters are trying to attack, those boys are getting back, sticking the legs, intercepting. It just feels like as a unit, as a team, they are more charged and drilled.
A perfect display here from two-time champions. They'll be heading into the final on Saturday full of confidence, especially they don't see Punjab at the other end, considering they were one of the favourites as FC Goa put four past them in what was another shock result. The first leg of the semi-finals of the Reliance Foundation Development League certainly had our jaws on the floor.
Well, of course. I mean, FC Goa scoring four to Punjab. Certainly, we didn't see that coming. And we didn't see this one as well, 7 against Kerala Blasters. But now it's clear that Bengaluru and Kerala Blasters, there's a gap. There's a skill set gap, the way these boys are drilled, the way Bengaluru are playing their football. Also, we have talked about it, the Renedy effect, since he has joined them. Of course, this is Anup Raj's team. He has drilled the boys really well, but since Renedy has taken over, there's this clarity in the Bengaluru boys, and there's the setup. They are happy for sure.
The bench is certainly relaxed here. Job all done here, and that's what head coach Randy Singh and Anup Raj would have relayed to the boys pre-match here. Don't take your foot off the pedal. Don't allow a sort of hope for Kerala Blasters back into this contest. Make sure you put them to the sword early on, and then you can possibly relax. There two early goals from Soto Com has certainly done that. And as a spectacle, this is pretty much done. But Kerala Blasters will still have to try and turn this game around here. Forget about that 9-0. Just try and get the next three, and that's going to be difficult considering how good Bengaluru have been throughout this contest here. It is immediately looking to find Sumit Sharma.
It's not going to be easy though. I mean, already shoulders have gone down. It's not looking very good from the body language, especially when Bengaluru are playing such high intensity football. But there could be a chance now.
Good work on the right hand side, but excellent. Look who's there helping out at side of Sabilas, the winger. That's the kind of hunger that they have in the side. Certainly a foul there on Mohammad Arbash. That's brilliant here. You can pretty much forgive Cyrus Abilash if he does not track back, but in a Renedy side, there's absolutely no way that it's going to happen. Cyrus Abilash still making sure that he does his defensive duties. He's out there helping out defensively to make sure Kerala Blasters do not have a sniff back here. Here he is on the ball. He was absolutely brilliant in the lead up of the first goal, wasn't it, Kumar? Great feet, and then the vision to just slip Sotocom through. And of course, Sotocom does the rest.
In the first semi-finals, well, Sabila, she was bowling. But that's the only word to describe him. Some of those link-up plays were absolutely terrific. And he has been good throughout the national group stages, Sabilash, but it feels like it's all coming into culmination now. It's all coming into fruition in the semi-finals on the big days. I think for each and every Bengaluru boy, Arbash was good, Sertakom was good, Sai Sabilash, he was good as well in the national group stage. But I think they have come together. Everything is working fine now.
Perfectly indeed, and that's why head coach Randy Singh and Anup Raj both have just made sure that the same team goes out. They keep that chemistry going because they'll have one eye on the final as well. We saw in the first leg where both head coaches made sure that they rung in the changes, and even players who came off the bench, the likes of Nian Suba and Suraj Singh, both scoring off the bench. They are potent off the bench as well. Nobody closing down Wimley Hangshing. That's a risky strategy considering his left foot. Given away there. And a moment with a heavy touch. They win the ball again high up the pitch here. Looks for the clip pass over the top. It's perfectly weighted. And it's an unfortunate finish there. Off balance, but again, very clever to just open it up with that lovely dink pass.
That's how easy it is for Bengaluru right now. And just one pass on this left hand side, and nearly could have been a third one as well. Unlucky to get the not get the connection he would have wanted. Was always going away from him.
Hitesh now, making sure that he's had a really rough start. Unfortunately, a change in goalkeeper hasn't worked as Cyrus Abhilash nicks the ball again here. This is trouble for Kerala Blasters. Cleared away. Have to make sure that they get that anywhere away from the danger area here. Here's Adam Wi-Fi. Finds Chonglo in midfield, asking the run on the right. Good strong play again. The way that the defenders are rising up here. That'll be the task now for Bengaluru Football Club to make sure that they keep another clean sheet here. 9-0 on aggregate. Kerala Blasters have to go again somehow, just pick themselves up, try and find the next goal, find something to cheer about in what has been a rough lesson for them in the Reliance Foundation Development League National Championship. They were outstanding in the national group stages, Kumar. They were level on points with Punjab Football Club. 7 wins, just the one loss that was against Punjab early on. Could see that form possibly being carried into the national championship, but Bengaluru Football Club in no moods to try and entertain any sort of performance from Kerala Blasters, putting them to the sword early on. And in the second leg as well, it's the same story. And it's the same man again, Serto Com. 4 goals. And talk about being in the perfect form heading into the final. That's exactly what Sotocom is against. Lovely football here from Bengaluru Football Club. One touch, two touch, and now Wumnelal Hangshin on the left-hand side gets into the box here. Here's Hangshin. He can pick a spot. Perfect ball in towards the fast take to make it 3. Sensational football from Bengaluru Football Club, who have 10 goals on aggregate already. This time on the fast take, plenty of space there for Ashik Adhikari. The right back makes his way into the box and thumps it into the empty net. Sensational. It's fullback to fullback, Kumar.
This is some of the best football I've seen in the Reliance Foundation Development League. Hang Ching putting it out for Ashik Adhikari, one touch finish. I mean, before that as well, the build up to feed on Hang Ching, and once Hang Ching gets the ball, the way he drives from his left hand side, takes on his defender, puts it on a plate. Ashik Adhikari makes no mistake. This is, to be honest, this is absolute dominance from Bengaluru.
Well, talk about being ruthless. And that's exactly what Bengaluru Football Club are doing here. Halfway through the first half, they have pretty much finished things off here. 10-0 on aggregate. Something we did not see. We expecting Kerala Blasters to possibly be slightly better in the second leg rather, but it's gone exactly in favor of Bengaluru Football Club. This has been sensational. Again, cross comes into the box. Oh, towards the fast stick. Brilliant delivery again there from Cyrus Abhilash. Towards the fast stick. Couldn't get the ball there. Perfectly weighted again from him. Waiting for the run on the right.
It could get even better for Bengaluru right now. I mean, they're still trying. Some will tell them they're 10-0 up on the aggregate. Still trying to go and score the 11th.
And they win the ball back. It might sit up nicely for the strike. Oh, goodness me. He catches it so sweet. And it just goes wide. The goalkeeper helpless.
It could have been the 11th. We have talked about it. Nearly perfect. As Adil, I believe, yes, it was. A shot from him. He got the goal in the semi-finals. Was trying to get his goal in the second leg as well.
Well, did catch it nicely. He will be disappointed that couldn't smash that in. And They win the ball back. Bengaluru again, they are not stopping whatsoever on the right hand side. Now into the midfield area. Back to the centre half. Kanchan Singh looks for the big switch out there. Oh, perfect ball there from the centre half. We saw that in the first leg, didn't we, Kumar? But both centre halves are just happy to hit those long diagonals as Kerala Blasters now venturing forward here. Good defending. Very good defending on the cover. Nicely done there. It's a corner for Kerala Blasters.
Well, good to see at least some sort of comeback and response from Kerala boys.
Down the right hand side, can they whip the ball into the box? Now we have to keep it short here. Here's Jagannath. Better phase. First time really we have seen a bit of sustained possession from Kerala Blasters' point of view. Trying to venture through the right hand side. Cyrus Abhilash has to be careful. He's on a yellow card. Has to keep the ball in play. Does very nicely there. Beautifully done.
Well, goes down. Oh, it's a free kick. Bengaluru FC. That bench for Kerala Blasters, they would not be happy for sure. They cut a dejected, isolated persons over there. 25 minutes on the board now. 3 goals on the morning. Kerala Blasters. Is there some response in them?
Well, they just have to find a way to score a goal here, Kumar, because they need something to just lift them up as a unit. Nothing has gone their way. You can see that the 90 minutes and, of course, the 25 minutes played here today. Absolutely no joy whatsoever. Surat Singh in the first leg as well had very little to do. A couple of shots from distance. Other than that, he had a relatively easy game, and the same can be said here in the second leg. Full credit, of course, has to go to the defense, and of course, the way the midfield. We saw the likes of Cyrus Abhilash even pressing and cracking his runner when this team are 9-0 up on aggregate. That's the kind of teamwork, that's the kind of hunger that head coach Randy Singh and Anup Raj have just made sure that they've drilled into their boys. And you can see they're looking comfortable, still demanding. You can see that from head coach Randy Singh there, Kumar.
Yeah, Randy, of course, working with the senior team. I mean, that's the exact man you want in that reserve setup because he's come recently from the senior team. Remember, Randy was coaching Bengaluru FC in the ISL, so he knows the demands, he knows the expectation. The appointment of the head coach right now, that's Pep Munoz, brought Randy into the reserve setup. So he's very versed with the senior boys. He knows the level of intensity. He knows the level of physicality that is needed to play in the ISL in the big leagues. And exactly, I think this is what he has done to this Bengaluru FC side. He has told them that, come on, boys, you got to shape up, you got to show up, and you got to man up. This is the semi-finals of the Reliance Foundation Developmental League. I want each and every one of you on your toes, on your best game. Bring your A game in the semi-finals, and that's the kind of mentality that Eddie brings.
And talk about your players responding to the coach, and that's exactly what we've seen here. Soto Com with a brace early on, and Ashik Adhikari from right back making his way forward. We very seldom see goals like that in football where it's full back to full back, both bombing on forward. That's the kind of class play that we did see, and we're possibly seeing a substitution here. Yep, I think it would be an injury on that side, on the right hand side. Fortunately, Afin Baiju will be entering the fray here. We started the game last time on the left side. I believe he was left back last game here, Kumar.
Yep, Afin Baiju comes into the picture, and it's Sumesh Sharma who caught a knock from Sara Sabilash and has been taken off. In comes Afin Baiju. That's a forced substitution. Probably could play his part. Afin Baiju was starting in the first leg. That's once again really good. Just so comfortable and calm on the ball. Didn't even take a touch. A dummy coming into picture.
Beautiful, full of confidence, and you can understand why. They've wrapped it up in emphatic fashion here. FC Goa will have to do the same here against Punjab Football Club. They will be absolutely raring to go there in the second leg as Bengaluru Football Club having booked their spot in the finals. Now on the right hand side, still hungry for more goals there. Good defending. Mohammed does well to make sure that he gets that out of harm's way. And Bengaluru looking to pitch the ball high up the pitch, trying to play out the back. But here's Cyrus Abhilash now. First touch just gets away from him. Breaks kindly here for Cyrus Abhilash. Ooh, that might be a foul there. I think the referee has had a look. Doesn't blow the whistle.
Sara Sabilash is still down though. He wants the referee to blow the whistle. Now he blows the whistle, but not for a free kick, but just to go and check on him. Manish Washist was in a good position, saw the action, and decided that it's not a free kick. Sara Sabilash is still down though.
Yeah, still down there. It was a crunching challenge right at the edge of the box there as well. It's a risky challenge. As Abhilash who just took a knock in that first leg with that head injury, but again came back in the second half, absolutely no problems, and of course in the opening stages, responsible for getting that first goal here. Into the 30th minute, as both sets of players will get a temporary respite here with the water break. Both head coaches possibly having a word with your head coach Amit Rana here, Kumar. What do you even say to the boys?
That's such a difficult position. I trust me. I want to be in the Renedy camp right now. I want to be in the Bengaluru camp, and of course, each and everyone watching would want to be in that camp. But if you're a head coach like Amit Rana, if you're a Kerala Blaster head coach, I think all you can say is, "Come on, boys, show some character." That's it. No tactics. I don't think a 10 goal deficit could be, cut back in 60 minutes. So I'm only saying, go out there and play football. Be happy. Just think about yourself growing up as footballers. Why do you want to take the sport? You want to be happy. You want to show your skills. Just go out there, show your skills, show some character, and all the best. That's what I'm trying to say to my boys.
Yeah, spot on there. Just go and try and enjoy this moment here. It won't be enjoyable, that's for sure. All the Kerala boys will know that they have that competitive spirit in them. They will be dejected. 15 minutes remaining in this first half. Sergio Kom with the early brace and Ashika Vikari adding the third, the 10th on aggregate here. As Kerala Blasters Football Club still searching for a goal here. And the change in midfield already. Head coach Randy Singh wasting no time. Cyrus Abhilash is coming off the pitch, making sure that no chances are taken, especially with the tie all but wrapped up as, goodness me, Rishi Singh now entering the fray here. That's the kind of quality that head coach Randy Singh and Anup Raj have on the bench here. Cyrus Abhilash, job done here in terms of the second leg. And Rishi Singh enters the fray.
Yeah, I think he took a knock. We saw that, right? And probably, I won't say a first substitution, but a careful one. Already the game is done and dusted. Sayasabilash, maybe a concussion. Now then, once again, Kerala on the attack.
Ball into the box there. Low. Look at the composure shown there. Fantastic work. How cool is he? Easy to do that when you're 3 0 up, but we have seen that kind of composure from the Bengaluru defense throughout. Beautifully done as they look to clear that away. And the
Yeah,
Blasters, great challenge again. Brilliantly done. Onto the right hand side. Moves the ball, scoops it up. Is popping the ball around kindly here. Not sure, Kumar, was the foul given there?
I think yes. I'm not so sure. He's calling in Manish Washist, of course, calling in the physios. But coming back to it, we've talked about Bengaluru Football Club and their clean sheets. As we watch on to this, it's gone down. This is Roshit Joshi, I believe, was gone down. Manish Washist immediately checking and blowing the whistle. But coming back to it, we've talked about the clean sheet. How about we give some credit about the goalkeeping coach from Bengaluru Football Club? That's Rahul Ramchandra Yadav. I'm sure he would be pretty happy. His job is done as a goalkeeping coach. This is what you dream about. I mean, keeping clean sheets and keeping clean sheets in the semi-finals. In the first leg as well, 7-0. In the second is 3-0. That bench, that tactical bench, is absolutely happy right now for Bengaluru.
Kumar, is it safe to say if Kerala Blasters do manage to score a goal now, head coach Randy Singh will still be fuming?
For sure. I mean, that's the kind of high standards Randy and Anup Perez Raj are wanting from the Bengaluru boys. And if Kerala Blasters scores, there would be a few questions. Boys, how did we leak one?
Yep. That's the kind of demands that they do put on them and keep that air of invincibility at the back going as the finals approach here. Bengaluru Football Club will have one eye on the finals, but the way that they're playing here today, all focus is very much on, and that's something that both head coaches would have made sure that keep that message going there. Do not think about the final now. The final is still a long, long way to go. Get the job done. Ooh, that's a crunching slide challenge there. Could it be a yellow card there for Songoy? I think the referee is taking a bit of a lenient approach there. Shankla goes lunging in.
Manish Vashist, once again, right on spot. He's a top notch referee. I mean, does not take out yellow cards. Oh, well, this time around was he did throw himself, Chongloi. Even if it was a yellow card, I won't be surprised, to be honest.
That was a yellow card challenge, Kumar. Let's be honest here. He loses his pretty much his balance. He just goes lunging in there. Clearly catches Wimlelal Hangshing on it. Good to see that Hangshing not suffer the effects of it. Let's critical from Kerala Blasters' point of view at this time. They nearly give the ball away, but they win the ball back. Here's Bumnelal Hangshing. Looks to put the cross into the box. It's going to be a corner. This is the first corner of the match, Kumar.
It is. And you see how well Samson has done. I mean, the
Superb.
ball did leave him. It was going in front of him, makes a challenge. Once again, plays to Bumnela Hangshing. That's the kind of hunger and that's the kind of dedication these boys have for the ball. They don't want to lose it even when they are 10-0 up.
Superb. Absolutely superb. You can see that throughout the well over 34 minutes on the clock. And Bengaluru Football Club at the first corner of the second leg here. Saw them open the scoring with two corners in the first leg as Samson at the near side looks to whip this right footed ball into the box here. Surprised that Mohammad Arbash isn't taking it, but they want the in swinger here as Samson delivers that towards the far stick. They win the first ball here. Can they get the second away? It's a chance. Good challenge. Kerala Blasters, can they get the counter attack going here? Here's Makukmanam Daniel. He's by his lonesome. He'll have to do it by himself here. Here goes the centre forward, and he's immediately shut down. Excellent defending as Bengaluru get enough bodies back.
Not much help from Makamayum Daniel. Hardimir and Wi-Fi feeding him. He was all alone up front, trying to just drive forward. Not much support, and in the end, the Bengaluru boys, as they have done throughout, both the legs, get back and steal the ball.
Beautifully done there as Bangsan Singh puts his head up to try and feed the ball. Centre half to centre half by the looks of it. Onto the right hand side, looks to roll the challenge. Good work there. Look at Bumnelal Hangshan again, full of commitment from the defence. That'll certainly be their remit now. Clean sheet here, having done all the goal scoring as Hangshan just gets rid of the ball.
He's everywhere, Hang Shing. He's very industrious. Keeps on running up and down.
Beautiful work down the left hand side. Good patterns here from Kerala Blasters, but they've lost the ball again. And clever work there from Bengaluru on the right hand side. Now looking to venture forward to the central areas. Good work there again. Bengaluru now just popping the ball around. It's all about the professionalism now. They can just keep doing this for the next hour or so. They have the luxury. Here's Bangsan Singh and surveying his options, possibly going for the cross-field pass. Lovely turn there onto the left-hand side. Here's Bumnelal Hangshan again. Lost the amount of times that he's just bombing on forward. He's almost playing as a left winger here now, especially with his side dominating the ball. Every metric, Kumar, in favor of Bengaluru.
And they're doing it as well. And the possession is in their favor. More shots, more goals. And for sure, every metric is in their favor. And once again, it's just so calm. You see, just a couple of moments before on that right hand side, they were creating an attack, back heels coming into picture, fluid passing. And that is so simple for them. And once again, how Dimlian Wi Fi shrugged away off the ball.
Chance here. He might be offside here. Hardamlian Wi-Fi with the strike. And yes, the offside flag has been raised. Good work there by Suraj Singh, who takes a ball to the face there. Was offside.
Yes, Suraj Singh would not have known. He still would have to make that save. This was good from Kerala Blasters. They finally did create it. It was Makamayum Daniel finding how to million Wi-Fi. It's just not able to time his run. Good ball though from Makamayum Daniel. First time in for Howdy Million Wi-Fi. Straight at the face of Ahibam Suraj Singh. He's gonna receive some treatment, that's for sure. That's one gonna sting.
Yeah, that is going to sting for sure. And Suraj Singh finally gets involved in the business, but again was a ball that was lovely clip there from Makukman Daniel. Was offside on that occasion, and Suraj Singh make sure that he's not seeing stars there. Was struck well there by Adam Linwafe. Save there by Suraj Singh to make sure he's as big as possible. We want to keep that clean sheet, that's for sure. Boys going forward, getting all the plaudits, putting the 10 goals in, but the defense, Kumar, they have been sensational. Look at the bench. They're thoroughly enjoying themselves, and why not? They've got the job done. They have one eye on the final already, and both feet already booked.
Yeah, they would want to come in as well. You got Ren Singh, you got Gautam Shivakumar, Niyang Suba, Somutreja, all sitting on the bench. Everyone would be wanting to get on the pitch, score some goals for themselves. And also, I think Renedy, you will see some substitutions in the second half because he wants to make sure that each and everyone in that dugout, in that lineup is tested. Amit Rana just throwing some words of wisdom. Might be too late, but still, the thing we talked about, right? Character and courage is what Kerala Blasters have to show right now.
Yep, a lot of lessons are learned on the football pitch during adversity here. when your team are down collectively, you find out a lot about your players. It's not just when you win where you take the notes. It's when you lose games as well. That's where the head coach is looking for attitude and application on the pitch. And this is where Bengaluru Football Club, their professionalism is fully on display here. 6 minutes plus added on time remaining in the first half here at the GMC Stadium in Goa. Bengaluru Football Club getting the job done very early on. Full credit to the way that they've played here. Beautiful pass there from the goalkeeper, perfectly weighted. Rashika Adhikari onto the right hand side. The right back getting amongst the goals already. The goals have been spread out evenly, but of course, Soto Com, out of the 10 goals, he's got four on his belt. Perfect form for the centre forward before the final here. Lovely nutmeg there. Shifted onto the right hand side. Indranath can't get his passing right there. That's something that Kerala Blasters have struggled with. Midfielders have not grabbed hold of the game. The passing hasn't been crisp enough. They played the game in a more frantic manner. And when you look at Bengaluru, it's been composure 1 to 11, the way that they have played. And that's been the main difference. And of course, when they threw on goal, Bengaluru Football Club, they have been ruthless. They have been clinical. They have certainly put Kerala Blasters to the sword.
And that's been the difference. I mean, you watch all three goals today once again. Clinicality is the word. They have not missed their chances, creating chances and finishing it. That's how you win games. And once again, Bengaluru have done exactly that. For Kerala Blasters, I think there's a lot of learning, that's for sure, and that's the purpose of the Reliance Foundation Development League. They will learn and they'll come back stronger. But the one thing that has not worked in their favor is probably playing as a cohesive unit. They have faced a much stronger, much better gelled in unit in the form of Bengaluru FC. They're always comfortable on the ball. I mean, if you look at the patterns, whenever the wingers receive the ball, they look to drop back. There's your midfielders or there's your fullback who are supporting them. The fullback go to the central area, the central midfielders then switch it once again. Also, you've got the defenders, Bangsan and Yai Faremba, who've got the ability to play the long balls. So I think together, the cohesive unit, Bengaluru, have outclassed Kerala Blasters, but plenty of learning for Kerala Blasters boys as well.
Thoroughly outclasses on the left-hand side here. Again, overhits the pass, and that pretty much sums up Kerala Blasters as an attacking unit. Decent positions. That final pass has not been stitched up properly, perfectly on that occasion. Heavy hit. You can see Bengaluru when they get forward, the passes are a lot more crisper into the feet rather than into space here. Makuk Manandanyal getting no service whatsoever, having to lead the line by his lonesome as you can see the likes of Howdam and Wi-Fi trying his best to try and keep centre forward a bit of company here as Bengaluru play through the press with relative ease. Here's Ashik Adhikari on the right hand side now. Sit forward. Got the runners. Plenty of bodies moving forward here. Look at Bengaluru still queuing up. They look to put yet another goal before half time. Really put that steel to it. It's already done here, Kumar, but they're still hungry for more.
And you can expect a bit more goals coming in the second half. Right now, 42 minutes on the board. Probably just have taken the gas, probably foot off the gas. And in the second half, that's a nice switch. If he can keep that in, yes, he has done that.
Beautifully done there. Good defending on that occasion. As you mentioned there, Kumar, good chance that Bengaluru Football Club will take their foot off in the second leg, but the substitutes coming on, they'll be looking to try and nudge their way into the starting 11 for the finals, and they'll be looking to make an impact. Going clever pass into their side, and that's where the subs come into play here. Looking to impress head coaches on the sidelines, show their attitude, and even if they're going to be a sub in this final, they want to be one of the first names on the subs, if you know what I mean. They want to be in the action. They want to get their boots on the pitch as quickly as possible. And that's where the second half of the Bengaluru bench will come into play here. From Kerala Blasters' point of view, they need to just shut up shop here, make sure that they do not concede another goal, because it's been a really harsh lesson.
Yeah, 10-0 down. I mean, if they go and concede the 11th, nothing would change in terms of the score line, the score sheet, and the result as well, because now for sure we know that Bengaluru are in the finals. But still, it's for them, it's for those boys out there. You got to be strong in that second half and probably just play out the best second half that you have done. Show some character, show some resilience, keep running up and down. Make sure it's not easy for the Bengaluru boys to go and score the next, because when those substitutions will happen, I'm sure you will see Nihang Suba, Somutreja, Rohan Singh come in. Make sure that those boys cannot go and score more goals. That would be the task in the second half.
Here's Bansil Singh. And fixes up. Lovely line breaker there. Put under a bit of pressure here. Kerala Blasters looking for a goal before halftime. It's a strike from distance. It's comfortable for Surat Singh. First shot on target there for Kerala Blasters. Just a minute remaining of the first half action. The P roller there for Surat Singh, but a shot from distance. Kerala Blasters getting a shot on target is far too late from their point of view, as on the right hand side. Yeah, and Ashika Adhikari. And that hunger to go and get that goal from Ashika Adhikari was sensational to see both fullbacks in the box. At the finishing touches, the ball over the top here. Good defending to make sure he just stopped the run. I think that was Ashika Adhikari, wasn't it? Yes, he is. Look at the right back here, Kumar. Look at the hunger from him. He can very easily just stay in his position and make sure that everything has been played in front of him, but he wants to break his neck and get forward. Even when his side are 10-0 up on aggregate. And that kind of hunger, wow, it's just brilliant to see.
And that's where you give credit to Anup Tez Raj. We have seen this entirely in the national group stage. Bengaluru FC, those fullbacks, especially those two fullbacks, hamstring Ashika Adhikari or whether it's Samson, whoever's playing in that position, they keep on running up and down. And there's always going to join the attack. And that's where I think you got to praise Randy as well. 5 minutes added on in the meanwhile. That's something for the Bengaluru's tactical bench to be proud of the way these fullbacks play.
Wow, 5 minutes of added on time. Certainly cruel from the fourth official in the first half here, but he's got to do his job, make sure that all the time that was missed out in the first half because of a couple of injuries has to be made up here. Kerala Blasters still have
Yeah.
a long way to go before that half-time whistle here as Bangsan Singh shifts it into midfield. We saw the introduction of Rishi Singh for Cyrus Abhilash in the first half. Oh, nearly a perfect ball there onto the right-hand side. Picks his head up nicely. Bengaluru hungry for more here. Lovely touch into the central areas. There's a lot of space here for Wimlel Al Hangshem. Immediately spent on the left here, looking for the cross into the box. Cleared away then. Just about gets that out of harm's way. Cleared away by Dalton and Haukip as well, but the ball comes straight back here. And Bengaluru once again with the quick touches in the central areas. Here's Adil. Shifts it into the central midfield partner. Now onto the right hand side. There's Indranath goes for the switch. Oh, the header there asking a lot. But decent header on target.
And that was set to come. He's about to take his header from anywhere. Sitting on 2 goals, would not want to miss on his hat trick this time around. You never know when Randy will make their substitution. This time around, he says, "You know what? I'm going to take all my chances from wherever on the pitch." But coming back
Yes,
to it,
boss.
yes, there were a few injuries as well. Shumit Sharma went down for a hefty time. Saras Abhilash went down, and that's why you see 5 minutes added on. Afin Mohan Baiju coming in for Sumit Sharma. I don't think we've seen much from him as well. Those changes probably not working the way Amit Rana would have wanted.
Well, certainly, Sertocom will know that his name might be the first one that's going to be coming up here for sure in the second half. He has pretty much 3 minutes to try and get his hat trick here. He might get a few minutes in the second half as well, as head coach Randy is saying. Certainly have one eye on the final as well to make sure his boys are fit and running, and also his bench are sharp in a water pass that is onto the right hand side. It's perfectly weighted. Ball faded in and nicely done there by Hitesh, making sure he brings it down. Sensational football there from Bengaluru there, Kumar.
And those long balls, that has been the characteristic. And those long balls have been the undoing of Kerala Blasters. Once again, that switch coming into the right hand side. Lucky that it didn't result into a goal.
Halfway through, added on time here in the first half. Bengaluru Football Club, 7 goals in the first leg, putting three. Sotocom to brace, and Ashika Adhikari scoring, which was a sensational goal, team goal there. Everybody getting involved. The two fullbacks combining to add the 10th on aggregate here as Kerala Blasters looking for a goal before half time. It's a long ball comfortably gobbled up there by Surat Singh.
And if you even look at the changes last time around, the first semi final that Randy and Anup Raj made, you see they made a goalkeeping substitution as well. And that could once again be very visible. Sahil is on the bench this time around. There's a man down for Kerala Blasters. Manish Washi sees nothing wrong. He's letting the game continue.
And now he does bring it back here. I think his first instinct was to wave play on there, but he saw the players still on the deck. See a bit more time added on after the 5 minutes here. As the game now pretty much brought to a screeching halt here. From Luru's point of view, the players on the bench will be looking for a bit more valuable minutes, and that's what the Reliance Foundation Development League is all about. The new format, of course, with each team playing twice in the national group stages. We haven't seen that before, in the aid of giving more game time to the boys. Of course, game time critical in terms of development for these young players to try and possibly break into the first team at some point of their career. Game time such as this valuable in competitive settings, as we are back underway with under a minute left of added on time onto the left hand side. Good patterns with Bengaluru win the ball back again. It's been the hallmark of the play. So composed, brilliant play again. Yeah, here's Bumnelal Hangshin inverting from midfield here. It's opening up kindly. His first touch just gets away from him. It's cleared away. Anywhere will do from Kerala Blasters' point of view.
I think that's offside.
Yep.
Just unable to time his run. But coming back to the RFDL, improving season by season, and now you see the competition. I mean, 54 teams it was that began the campaign, and now we're down to the top four. And with the amount of game these teams are playing, I think heavily benefiting for the developmental setup, for the youth setup, and it's even going to get better when we come back in the next season. That's going to be the sixth season.
Bigger and better, and that's been Reliance Foundation Development League's motto here. The aim of giving game time and a pathway to first team football here as the referee does blow the first half whistle, and what has been yet another dominant half of football from the two-time champions Bengaluru Football Club. Soto Kom with a brace, Ashika Adhikari adding the third as Kerala Blasters conceded 10 on aggregate here and still have 45 minutes to go. Head coach Amit Rana will be fuming, but he will know that his team have been roundly beaten here. Bengaluru Football Club with a professional display, 3-0 at half time, and have got both feet in the final.
Well, dates have changed, the jersey colors have changed, the storyline remains the same. It's Bengaluru FC who once again dominated the first half. Bengaluru FC scored 3 goals. Half time, Kerala Blasters nil, Bengaluru FC 3. And it's been once again same storyline. 2 goals coming up really early. The first one, Sertacom. The second, once again, Sertacom. And then scored by the fullback. That was Ashik Adhikari. Those 3 goals pretty much nail in the coffin. Kerala Blasters already trailing by 7. They have conceded 3. That makes the aggregate 10. I don't think there's a comeback coming in. And probably, even if you're a hopeful fanatic, if you're a hopeful romantic of the game that you believe in comeback, still, for all money, Kerala Blasters have been dejected and Bengaluru FC are in the grand finale.
Well, we'll bring you the stats on what has been a dominant performance from Bengaluru Football Club. They've dominated the ball in every single metric in their favor. Nearly 75% of the ball, even more from their point of view. 5 shots on target, and how clinical have they been? Scoring 3 of them, 8 chances created. Just the one corner in the match so far. Kerala Blasters will have to try and pick themselves in the second half and try and score a couple of goals here. They've had really a tough time here, considering the 3 halves of football have not gone according to plan. And this is where head coach Amit Rana will have to try and rally his boys and give in a performance as they sign off from the Reliance Foundation Development League, give something for the fans to take back as Kerala Blasters have been thoroughly put to the sword here. Half time here, Kerala Blasters nil, Bengaluru 3.
Yeah, and the next 45, I think for Kerala Blasters, rightly said, has to be for their fans, has to be for each and everyone tuning in Reliance Foundation Development League. And Kerala Blasters, not the best of the games, and not on the 12th of April, that was the semi-final one, and not on the 15th as well. And this was the first goal from Sertacom. Saras Abhilash did all the hard work, put it on the plate. Sertacom applying the finishing touches. He was happy. For a moment or so, felt like he's going to pull out the Cristiano Ronaldo celebration, which he often does. And then Saras Abhilash, he was running the show. Nearly fed Sertacom for the second as well. Saras Abhilash, he was taken off, but he's been tremendous in that first half. And then Mohammad Arbash left for delivery. Once again, Arbash getting on the end of the assist. Got 2 in the first leg. Has already got 1 in the second, feeding Sertacom. Hitesh, could he have done better? That's the question. Saras Abhilash once again was running the show. And this time around, it was Mohammad Arbash who left it, probably thinking he's offside. But I see the quality from left, right, center. Hangshing, this was perfect. Driving in from the left-hand side, putting a ball in. Ashik Adhikari arriving on that fast stick, finishing with applause. Just so simple for Bengaluru.
First part from Kerala Blasters' point of view is they could have scored more there, Bengaluru, if they had that hunger. And you saw that volley just going wide on that occasion. That's the kind of hunger that we have seen. Very fortunate on that occasion not to pick up a yellow card there from the midfielder Chongloy. Referee did try and keep his cards in the pocket, noting that the game, in terms of a showcase, was pretty much over. That was the only chance that Kerala Blasters did have, but he was offside by a mile on that occasion. Kerala Blasters feeding on scraps. That was their only shot that they've had. It was from distance and it was super comfortable from Surat Singh's point of view. Bengaluru, right towards the end, ball into the box there for Sergio Comp to try and head that away. Couldn't get it away, but Bengaluru thoroughly professional in their performance, and they will take that 10-0 into aggregate and enjoy the second half. Well, we'll be back with second half action. Enjoy the highlights till then. Me and Kumar will certainly be back in 15 minutes' time to call the last 45 minutes from Kerala Blasters' point of view. See you soon.
Well, then, hello and welcome once again. The halftime team talks are done, and both the players, both the sets of team back on the pitch. At halftime, Kerala Blasters nil, Bengaluru FC 3. A brace from Sertacom and a goal from Ashik Adhikari. That's the difference. It's turning into a rout right now after the emphatic first leg. Bengaluru have picked up right where they left off this morning. Sertacom leading the charge with a brilliant brace. Nashik Adhikari adding another to pile on the misery. Kerala Blasters look completely overwhelmed. No answers, no control, and the tie slipping further out of reach with every passing minute. And at this point for Bengaluru FC, it's about statement. And this is an absolute statement. And this result would definitely send shockwaves in the RFDL. Whichever team Bengaluru goes on to face, watch out because this is a team that's smelling blood and this is a team that's hunting everyone down.
Well, they've been absolutely sensational. They haven't put a foot wrong. They have been ruthless. And of course, they have booked their spot in the finals here. There will be changes in the second half, that's for sure. We'll bring you the changes very shortly. As Bengaluru Football Club having got the job done here. Now it's all about game management. Make sure that they don't make any mistakes and keep Kerala Blasters at bay here. It's been a perfect first half from Bengaluru, carrying on that excellent work from the first leg. They've put Kerala Blasters to the sword here. 10-0 on aggregate here, Kumar, as we're off and running for the second half.
Here we go for Kerala Blasters. It's all about courage and character. Already mentioned about it. There's nothing to lose now. You cannot qualify into the grand finale. That's done and dusted. Now make sure that you play your best football. Remember the reason you started playing football. Keep on enjoying yourself on the pitch. Yes, it's a humiliation for sure. Yes, there is an absolute difference between you and your opponents, but you got to make sure that you keep that joy alive. And that's what Amit Rana would have been talking to his boys. Just make sure that you keep on dominating and just make sure that you keep on playing and just make sure that you don't let your head and shoulders go down.
They have to try and find a goal here in some way, somehow, give their boys something to cheer on to as Tokcham feeds it to Akok Manu and Daniel on the left hand side. Bengaluru making sure that they're immediately on their keys, making sure that Joshi has no way to try and control the ball there. As Ashika Adhikari will get the throw in here. It was a brilliant goal which Ashika Adhikari scored, fullback to fullback, with Women and Hangshin putting it across the face of goal for Ashika Adhikari to add the finishing touches. 10-0 on aggregate here as Bengaluru will certainly look for more goals here in the second half, that's for sure. They've played some sensational football in the semi finals.
Bumlelal Hangching getting an assist in both the legs, assisted Sertacom in the first one and then assisting Ashik Adhikari. And what a brilliant run that was, a darting run in the box, took on his defender, exploited his pace, and then the composure and the ability to find that final ball, which many fullbacks lack. And that's the making and that's the building of a good fullback. I mean, you can do all the hard work, you can have all the pace in the world, you can do the industry up and down, but in the end, it's about delivering those final balls. And Hangshing has done that perfectly well. He has shown that in the semi-finals first leg and in the semis second as well.
Full of quality, both fullbacks here. Wumlal Hangsheng down that left hand side has been constant. He has been a menace to the Kerala Blasters defenders there as a foul there from, I think that was a, yep, just a foul, needless one there, but just making sure that Bengaluru start and stop again and make sure that they try and put a bit more pressure on Bengaluru in that. And head coach Randy Singh here, Kumar, will be urging his boys to go again here. Make sure that they get another goal in the second half just to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, Rishi, he would try to get his goal and got a shot on target. As this time around, and side goes kills from Ashik Adhikari and tries to just feed it on the overlapping run. Here's the delivery inside, headed away towards safety. Not too far though. Kerala Blasters not able to regain possession, but coming back to it, Rishi brought in as a substitute for Cyrus Abalash. He's been starting from the substitute bench, but he's a really good player. And probably in the grand finale, there's going to be a big, big question for Renedy. Because I believe Rishi could start. But then if Rishi starts, who's going to go off? Because each and every one of these boys have absolutely displayed tremendous footballing skills and genius in the semi-finals.
Yeah, spot on there. It was a telling sign that head coach Randy Singh went with the same starting 11 as he did in the first leg. That's pretty much him wrapping up his starters as the ball given away needlessly on that side as Howdamli and Wi-Fi are trying to venture forward by his lonesome there again, trying to do too much by himself as Bengaluru win the ball back easily.
To win Wi-Fi for a moment or so. You felt he could have taken a shot a bit too earlier, but given too much time for the Bengaluru boys to come back and track. And you don't want to do that once again on the attack now from this left-hand side. Maybe a long switch coming in. Ashika Dakari is on that far-hand side. Good skills inside the box. There's the delivery. And just too much onto it. Looping delivery up and over.
Nice play again from Bengaluru Football Club down the left-hand side. Nice combinations to try and open up as the subs bench for Bengaluru Football Club, waiting to come on, waiting for their numbers to be called up here. As Jagannath onto the left-hand side finds Dokchum Singh.
Hardly we have talked about Thoksham in this second leg. And that's been because bulk of the possession has been dominated by Bengaluru. You saw in the halftime statistics, 75% possession. Kerala Blasters on the back foot, backpedaling, just 25% possession. And especially, even if they got the ball, mostly probably just trying to play forward, losing it, trying to go vertical routes. And that's been the dominance we are talking about from Bengaluru FC. And not just today, but combined over roughly around what we have played, roughly around 120, 130 minutes of football. Combine that, and more than 2 hours of football, and Bengaluru have absolutely dominated those 2 hours.
What they've done is not allowed Kerala Blasters a sniff in the three halves of football that we've seen in the semi-finals. That has been the level of professionalism from them. Utter dominance on display here as Mohammad Arbash looks to just go back to his fullback on that occasion. Yafaramba does well on the just making sure that Mark Ukman and Daniel had nothing in terms of a sniff to get that forward as Bangsan Singh retrieves the ball quite comfortably. They're playing the game at a walking pace now.
Yeah, just know that the game is done, and know that they have already qualified. And even Kerala Blasters, you see, there's no real pressing from them. And Makamayum Daniel was pressing for a short while, but everything is just settled in. It's going to be calm. And for Bengaluru, I mean, I think they're going to score more. They're going to try and pick up those long passes. Jaifaremba and Bangson now can enjoy those long balls. Didn't see a lot of those long balls in that first half compared to semi-finals first leg. In the semi-finals first leg, the first half, Jaifaremba, there it is. As soon as you said it, Jaifaremba just switches this. And a decent enough delivery as well. Bengaluru on the attack from this left-hand side. Could be a cross inside the box. Brilliant run. It goes back in the end. 3 options inside the box. This is Mohammad Arbash, whose control is absolutely brilliant. Arbash in no real hurry. Yaifaremba then tries to put it inside. Kerala Blasters probably for a moment or so you felt how Demilian Wi-Fi could have broken on the counter. It's back to Bengaluru once again. Every time there's a ball breaking in, those 50-50 chances, those second balls, it's a guy from the team of Bengaluru FC who's on the charge.
Good work there from Bengaluru, still keeping that attacking threat going. There was a lovely phase of play on that occasion.
It all started with Yaifaremba switching that towards that left-hand side. As soon as we were talking about the lack of Bangsan and Yaifaremba switching and spraying those deliveries, which we saw plenty in that semi-finals first leg. Mohammad Arbash now looking for options, cutting inside. Cute little pass from Arbash. Just so calm and composed, Arbash. This is Ashika Dikari. Loses possession. Kerala Blast is now maybe on the attack. Makamayum Daniel is drifting on the left. And not able to find them. Back to Arbash. This is Rishi. As rightly said, game played at a walking pace. There's no hurry from Bengaluru. It just feels like a training drill routine now.
Spot on here. Now it's all about keeping possession, keeping the professionalism going, make sure that Kerala Blasters have nothing to cheer about. As Ashika Dikari down the right hand side, good challenge.
Really good challenge. That was Tokchum who was tracking back and made sure. You got to see more of these. This is what was needed right over the 3 half of football that we have seen. We have not seen much intent from Kerala Blasters. Those challenges coming in just feels like a bit tired, feels like a bit out of focus. Maybe the morning fixtures could be a part. A short corner taken in. I saw plenty of goals coming in from corners. Arbash once again puts it in. And nearly. And then left foot shot blocked away. And that was Bangson. The defender was trying to take a shot. Maybe trying to get on the end of the goal. And this was a bit weird, I believe. A Kerala Blasters player just wanking that away. Maybe a bit of frustration. This will end into a corner once again.
Just whack that out of play. Yep, we could see that Bangsan Singh queuing up to try and have a shot there. Shows you the dominance that they've had. It's another corner here for Bengaluru. Just the one in the first half.
And now the usual suspect, Mohammad Arbash. from his left foot. Arbash with the delivery. Header hits the crossbar. That was so close to the fourth one. And Arbash once again from the corner, so nearly picking up another assist. Is back to Arbash though, who's seeing plenty of the ball. Has lost possession, Kerala Blasters, but that was close. But Bengaluru once again have regained possession. Rishi puts it in. This is getting, they're coming really close for the fourth one now as well.
Just sensational ball in there by Mohammad Arbash against a terrific header. Goalkeeper absolutely helpless on that occasion. Thankfully, from the Kerala Blasters' point of view, the crossbar coming to their rescue. Tremendous header that, Kumar. There's no chance for the goalkeeper, and the crossbar comes to their rescue.
Yeah, and Bengaluru have done everything. Maybe now, as we said, training drill, they're playing at a walking pace, maybe trying to do the crossbar challenge. They've hit the crossbar, rattled the crossbar once, and they're looking for the 11th, but maybe a bit of respect also now coming in for Kerala Blasters, and do not want to absolutely go berserk on them. 10 goals. Remember, both these teams come from down south, and both of them probably have the same DNA. That's possession based football, rotating the ball around the pitch. But on today, it's Bengaluru FC, not just today. Over the three halves of football that we have seen, it's Bengaluru's DNA that has out toppled and outperformed Kerala Blasters.
Well, when the scoreline is 10-0, can't talk about team selection, but I'm very curious, Kumar. Would you have started the likes of Sujin and Mohammad Nisham in games like this? They didn't start the first leg and they haven't started the second. Yes, head coach Amit Rana has a certain ideas as to how his team want to play, but considering how we've seen them in the national group stages, with Sujin scoring four and of course Mohammad Nisham scoring two in the national group stages, them not getting starts was certainly a curious choice from head coach Amit Rana. But let's be honest here, a couple of players are not going to make a full difference in terms of what the dominance has been from Bengaluru's point of view, as they keep knocking the ball around with relative ease here.
Yeah, for sure. And Sujin and Mohammad Nisham did come as a substitute in that second half in the first leg. But that is the point. Sujin, who got 4 goals in the national group stages, Mohammad Nisham as well, got on the end of score sheets. Would those boys be a better starter? But it all comes down to team strategy and tactics, what the head coach wants. And already mentioned, 2 players wouldn't make a lot of difference. But yes, that's obviously a question that would be asked. Sujin and Mohammad Nisham. You also got, well, to be honest, he started Athindran KP and Afin Mon Baiju. So trying to just make sure that he gets into his best 11. Maybe Amit Rana, probably not on par with Ranadi and Anup Raj's tactical strength. And these 2 boys have absolutely, well, dare I say them boys, they are absolutely veterans of the game, Ranadi and Anup Raj. And maybe on the pitch, of course, Kerala Blasters have been defeated. But when you see a scoreline as such, 10-0, 3 substitutions coming in, there is Mohammad Nisham, also Mohammad Adnan, alongside Ronald Singh. Those 3 changes coming into the fray of Go Roshit Joshi, and also 2 other guys.
There you have it. Mohammad Nishan coming on, the under 23 player. Number 12, of course, Ronald Singh, and number 27, Mohammad Adnan, all coming onto the fray here to try and bring a bit of respectability here for Kerala Blasters. Still looking for their first goal in the semi-finals. They've had to wait a very long time for it. They've been completely outclassed here over the 2 legs. Bengaluru have not given them a sniff throughout here.
Yeah, Makamayum Daniel also goes off. Not the best of halves for Makamayum Daniel, but as a striker, you cannot do everything on your own. You have to probably feed on the deliveries coming in. There's the change. Makamayum Daniel has been taken off. In comes Mohammad Adnan. Makamayum Daniel over the 2 legs, not able to score a single goal. And as a striker, you would want to at least get on the end of score sheet, especially considering how the opposition strikers got 4 goals in the same span. Makamayum Daniel would absolutely love those kind of deliveries. Once again, look at this training ground routine. Just take the ball, pass the ball so quick.
It will be so frustrating for Kerala Blasters as they try to venture forward here. There's Adami and Wi-Fi on the left-hand side, just trying to keep the ball. Yep, Bengaluru Football Club will very much look at this as a training exercise now, trying to wrap that ball around, one-touch passing, frustrate Kerala Blasters as much as possible. As they still search for their first goal here, ball over the top should be comfortable, and it is.
I think Jaifaremba and Bangson have been too good. They have been top notch. Hardly an error from their part. Hardly a step wrong in the semi-finals that we have seen. Deserve a lot of credit. We've talked about the fullbacks. We've talked about Hang Ching. We've talked about Ashika Dakari. But Jaifaremba and Bangson, they deserve some special credit.
Spot on there to have that air of invincibility defensively, knowing that they cannot be breached. Just conceded 8 goals in the national group stages, Kumar. That is sensational considering the 10 games played, 5 clean sheets, and add another couple on top of it. This Bengaluru defense is primed for the final, and that's something I'm sure both Punjab Football Club and Goa will be certainly keeping an eye on as how do you try and penetrate this Bengaluru defense who have been absolutely brilliant. Yes, all the plaudits will go to the attackers. They've scored 10 goals and rightfully so. But the defensive aspect of Bengaluru Football Club, that solid base that they have in terms of a foundation, fully utilized as remember, it's a bit of a knock there. Nice smile on his face.
He's a strong man, Jaifaremba. You look at his build. He's tall. He's strong. And just hardly gets injured. May that continue. He should be a good specimen going forward for the ISL clubs as well as for the Indian national team. Yeah, for Amber, looks very calm, very composed, commands that defending line. That's one of those aspects you want to see from central defenders to be commanding. And then this ability this time around, the Vashika Digari is offside, but the ability to spray those balls out wide and spray those balls to perfection. Yeah, for Ember, this boy could be one for the future.
Certainly, eyes will be on here for Remba and Bangladesh to try and break into that first team for Bengaluru Football Club. So much quality there, and there's so much competition as well, Kumar. To break into that first team, you need to have that kind of performance that you want to have in the youth levels, and especially the Reliance Foundation Development League gives more eyes to such players. And of course, head coach Renedy Singh can relay some of this crucial information to head coach Munoz going forward that these are some of the boys that I've kept an eye on and probably want for the future.
Yeah, that's why I think Randy has been brought here in the reserve team. I think he does a good job and probably act as a communication link. And of course, with the broadcasting, I'm sure scouts are watching all around. And Yaifaremba and Bangson have nearly caught some eyes. And this is a free kick right now into which Hardy Million Wi-Fi. At least Kerala Blasters, if they get one from this, this would be a consolation, and they should be. I won't say they should be happy from it, but still, I mean, getting one goal, not letting Bengaluru FC have the clean sheet, and that should be the idea. Hardy Million Wi-Fi with the free kick curling in towards that far post. Too much onto it for a moment or so. I thought it could sit nicely for a volley first time, but in the end, just going wide, drifting. The chance goes.
Pretty much sums up Kerala Blasters is an attacking force there. Set pieces not being utilized from their point of view as Paramba strides forward with the ball, looking for the passes. Bengaluru keeping it short here before they look to try and play through the Kerala Blasters press. And center them forward. Good pass forward. Lovely touch there from Rishi Singh on the chest.
And Rishi, of course, the midfielder, has got immaculate control. I've not seen much from him since he's been brought on, but that touch goes to show you the quality he has. Rishi in that first leg as well was brought on as a substitute. Maybe a strong case for Rishi to start in the grand finale. But then, do you change it, Suraj? That's the big question. And now that this side has absolutely ran riot against Kerala Blasters in the semi-finals, as a head coach, if you're Renedy or if you're Anup Raj, do you change and chop in that lineup, or do you go with the same in the grand finale?
I mean, common sense and everything else dictates that head coach Randy Singh is going to run it back again. You thought every intention in terms of the second leg, you thought that this was a chance to possibly make those changes as Vishnu plays the ball on the right hand side.
Good switch of play, Kerala Blasters. Surrounded once again by two Bengaluru boys, and in the end, it's a goal kick. That's the story. That has been the story. Whenever Kerala Blasters go in the attack, there are at least two boys from that Bengaluru camp who come in, and there's the substitution now coming into picture. Soham Utreja, he's been given a chance to come and impress alongside Suraj Kumar Singh, who came on in the first leg as well, got a header on target, scored the goal. And there's the confirmation. Adil goes off. Adil scored a goal in the first leg. In the second, has also played a handy role. Off goes Mohammad Arbash. Mohammad Arbash, definitely much needed break for him. He's been absolutely phenomenal, combining both the legs, both the semi-finals. Well deserved rest for him. In his absence, Rishi takes the captain's armband. Ayubam Suraj Singh as well is going off. Yeah, he is. In comes Sahil.
We saw this in the first leg as well. Head coach making a change in goal, having seen his team put on an absolute clinic here. Sahil will look to continue that clean sheet record. He did so very well in the second half of the first leg, and with under 30 minutes remaining, asked for doing the same here as a change at the back here with Suraj Singh, of course, there Kumar coming on in the first leg, scoring that towering header to add more pain for Kerala Blasters into the 65th minute as Kerala Blasters still looking for that first goal of the semi-finals. The way that Bengaluru have played here, Kumar, I don't think they're in any mood to surrender a goal here.
Yeah, but I think they have dropped the tempo in the second half. Maybe out of respect for their opponents, they know that the game is already done and dusted. They have scored 10 goals. The intent has absolutely gone down. Probably taking this more as a just a friendly game now, training drill routine, and that's acceptable and understandable. You've got the job done. Your opposition's probably not in the contest anymore. But with those changes coming in, those substitutes would be hungry. So Mutreja, it's going to be really interesting to watch how he goes at business. Watched him in the national group stages, mostly coming in from the substitution bench. So Mutreja, it got me excited once or twice as there's a shot coming in, and Sahil gets his gloves warmed. That's the first save for him.
Good handling there from Sahil. And we talked about the changes from Bengaluru's point of view. Sertukom is still on the pitch here, Kumar. He's on a hat trick. He'll be asking his team, give me one more chance before you
Yeah.
decide to completely stop playing. Give me one chance to register a hat trick. It's not very often you get a hat trick in these big, big games. Having gotten a brace in the first and the second leg, he'll be asking his team, give me one chance.
Yeah, for sure. And this time around, Venedi and Anup Raj, the tactical bench, have not taken him off. So the tactical bench saying, you know what, you will get your chance. Strong challenge coming in, just shrugging him away off the ball. For a moment or so, you felt there could have been a chance for Kerala Blasters, but then just the absolute strength to shrug off you, man. In the end, ends in a goal kick. But coming back to it, Sertacom was stuck on a brace in that first semi-finals. This could be a handball.
Wow.
Manish Washes, yeah, nearly felt like it did touch his hand.
Had a bit of fight given by the referee on that occasion there. Probably looking not to, but he has to do his job there, the referee. If he's seen the handball, he must give it, but might have seen it possibly just come off his shoulder on that occasion.
Yeah, and
Referee closed the action.
maybe not in an unnatural position. That's what the rule book says, right? Maybe he was just in the flow of the running and just hit him on the hands and not in an unnatural position. Well, remember the rule says that the hands have to be in an unnatural position wherein the player, just takes his hand in an order, in an attempt to stop the ball, to stop the ball going into a progressive stage. So Manish Washish probably he knows better than us about the rules of the football. But coming back to it, 67 minutes on the board, and just slowing it down, Bengaluru FC. And with those substitutions coming in, so Mutreja, Sahil, the goalkeeper. Nihang Suba is on the bench. Probably would want to see him. Got a brilliant goal cutting in from the right hand side, left foot strike. Suraj, maybe chance for Nihang Suba as well to come in and get some goals for him.
He's been very impressive off the bench throughout the national group stages. Every time he comes onto the pitch, you know that he's looking to make an impact. An industrious player continues to work hard, and of course, has a goal scoring touch to him as well. Saw him coming off the bench and adding another goal for Bengaluru in the second half. He'll be looking to try and make that impact when his number comes up. But he's on the bench here, still possibly waiting for his name to be called up.
Rohan Singh is on the bench as well. And Rohan Singh is, he started a few games in the national group stages, the initial few games, but after that, he's seen himself on the bench once again. Tremendous switch coming into picture. The Thoksham, his handling, has to be careful. Manish Washi sees nothing wrong. I take nothing away from that switch from Yaifor Amber to find the winger on this right hand side.
On that occasion, trying to barge his way forward, but Bengaluru win the ball back comfortably.
Cross inside the box, just too much. Just trying to find Sertocom, who's inside. Looking for his hat trick. Sertocom trying to just get that headlines for him. And of course, why not? As a player, you've done all the hard work. Sertocom was leading this side, but there's also a tactical change. Sertocom was the captain for Bengaluru, but this time around in the semi-finals, just shifted the responsibility to the goalkeeper, Ahibam Suraj Singh, who has done well.
He has blown the whistle here. This has to be sort of an injury by the looks of it here, as Kerala Blasters have a bit of a time to just recalibrate here. Under 20, just over 20 minutes remaining before their journey in the Reliance Foundation Development League comes to an end. They've been cracking throughout. Yes, the semi-finals hasn't gone according to plan, but they can be very proud of the campaign that they've had here, Kumar. They finished third in the regionals, second in the zonals, and of course in the national group stages, a terrific 10 games that they've played. Just the one loss which came in the hands of Punjab Football Club. 7 wins, 2 draws with 19 goals scored and 23 points on the board for Kerala Blasters. But that form couldn't be taken forward as Bengaluru Football Club really did put them to the floor. The gulf in class has been staggering to watch. We expected this game to possibly go the distance. The second leg would have been crucial, but Bengaluru get the job done in the first leg. And in the second leg, that air of professionalism truly on display here with the 3 goals in the first half. In the second half, they've been a lot more calmer. It's all about game management, making sure everybody gets touches on the ball. Oh, there's a chance there. Has to be very, very careful.
Could be a goal for Kerala Blasters, blocked. Nothing coming. That could have been the chance to get at least one. What a block that is.
Supreme stuff there from Suraj Singh. It looked like Kerala Blasters would finally get that goal. Sahil making a mess at the back there. Head coach Randy Singh would not have been happy with his substitute goalkeeper. Trying to take an ace before he got the clearance away. Good strike on target. Suraj Singh getting the job done. His impact off the bench in both boxes, first in the first leg to score, and now in the second leg with the goal line clearance. Sensational from Suraj Singh.
Yeah, he's playing his part to keep the clean sheet in this game. The understanding and the awareness to just go there and block the lines. Suraj Kumar Singh definitely playing his part in the semi-finals.
Unfortunately, Singh still demanding the maximum from his players. You can see the head coach's vision and execution on the pitch here from his players. They have followed his instructions to a T. They've got the job done here with under 20 minutes remaining here at the GMC Stadium in Goa. Bengaluru Football Club. Masterful.
They're trying to create something. Kerala Blasters, Hardman and Wi-Fi on, so throw in for his side. And talk about Randy Singh. At 46 years right now. An Indian professional football coach and former football midfielder. And he has been absolutely brilliant. And you can see there was a footage just a couple of minutes before. The kind of expression as there's a cross inside the box, just too much. The kind of expression that Randy had on his face. It feels like the game is stuck at 0-0 and he's demanding his boys to go and score the winner. That's the kind of demands, that's the kind of intensity he wants from his boys. Just does not want to concede a goal, is that what I'm thinking? Does just want to keep the clean sheet once again.
The relentless nature has got Bengaluru in such a strong position here as Ashika Adhikari waiting to take the throw in here down the right hand side. We'll see Wimlan Al Hangshin early on and the venture forward as Putin here enters the fray.
Yeah, probably a little too late to bring in Sachin, but the number 7 has found himself on the pitch. He's got roughly around 18 minutes to go and score a goal for himself. Of course, cannot change the result, that's for sure, but spoil the party for Bengaluru. Do not let them keep a clean sheet. At least one goal is what we are thinking. At least one goal, isn't it right?
Ravendranath coming off for Kerala Blasters, unfortunately, from the midfielder's point of view, at an excellent national group stages, could not make the impact in midfield relatively. Fortunately, from himself point of view, could not grab a hold of the game whatsoever. Then Luru now venturing forward on the right hand side.
And now then could be a ball inside the box. Somutreja does really well on the first occasion. Once again, Somutreja still on the ball. Somutreja on the edge of the box. Playing good football. That's Hangshing. Finds the overlapping run. Takes the deflection. Will be a corner. Probably the best better play we have seen from Bengaluru in this second half. Putting the foot on the gas. And there's Rohan Singh. We've been talking about this man. Here he comes. And last 18 minutes or so. Bengaluru now you can expect with those substitutes. Somutreja, Satchakon once again will miss on his hat-trick, but there would be absolutely no complaints from him. He's done his part. He scored 2 goals once again in the morning, now taken off.
Certainly, his coaches did give him the time. He can have no complaints this time that The job was done, but head coach Randy Singh knows that his ace centre forward has got the job done here as a corner for Bengaluru.
And now then, with those changes coming in, they would be hungry to score at least one more header. Well, did not get a header, but there was a towering leap. That was Jai Faramba, I believe, with a towering leap. For a moment or so, you thought he's going to get onto it.
The man of the match display here from Serto Com. Brace in the first leg, brace in the second again. Red hot form leading into the final is exactly what you want your centre forward to be in terms of the balance in defence and attack. Both being struck perfectly here from head coach Randy Singh's side here. With the ball shifted down to the left hand side, Bengaluru trying to venture forward.
So Mutreja once again playing a clinical part, and this is Rohan Singh, the substitute, who's just come on. Can he make an instant impact? Tries to play that cut back inside the box. And so Mutreja and Rohan Singh combining, but it will be a foul in favor of Kerala Blasters. And you can see, so Mutreja, he's been lively since he has come on. And was very keen to watch him. There's the man, Sertacom. Certainly, once again, the man of the match, isn't it, Suraj?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant from the number 9. Right smile on his face. He'll know that there was an opportunity for a hat trick this time. Not the kind of service that he was hoping for, but it's job done from the number 9 again. Sensational performance from him. 2 striker-like finishes, one rounding off the goalkeeper, and of course the towering header to blast it past Hitesh on that occasion. Seen different types of goals from Serto Com this season, haven't we, Kumar? He is a lethal marksman.
But especially his headers. That's a sign of a good striker. Of course, you're going to score from your left and your right, but if you've got the capacity and the ability to score from your head, those strikers, you call them the complete strikers. The ones that can score from their strong foot, the ones that can score from their left foot, and especially if you've got the ability to score from the header. He's not a very tall guy, Sertacom. He's not like 6'1", 6'2". He's fine. He's just okay, but he's got a towering leap onto him. Can jump onto the balls. Also, can predict really well. So it comes down to the movements, right? You see your attacker. Let's say Bumnal Hangstring is on the left-hand side. You got to see your fullbacks. Where are they deciding to put the ball in? And your positioning becomes really important. Sertacom and his positioning is absolutely phenomenal. We have seen that throughout the national group stages. Didn't get the bulk of goals he would have wanted, but he's made sure that on the big days in the semi-finals, he's got the most amount of goals, 4 goals.
Brilliant from Serto Com here, and the kind of service that he got as a centre forward, you can only dream about. As Makuk Manan Daniel for Kerala Blasters Football Club would have loved to get that kind of service to try and make his name in the national championships here. But unfortunately, Kerala Blasters could not create anything for the centre forward over the 2 legs here. We're into the final phase here. Now Bengaluru just beat the ball. He has given it away needlessly. Kerala Blasters on charge.
There'll be a chance for Kerala to go and score the first. Straight at Sahil, who's absolutely not troubled by that. Still, that's good to see. There was a substitute, I believe, Afin Mon Baiju. Beg your pardon, there was Mohammad Adnan with a shot, a left foot, but never got the power that it needed. Man down for Kerala Blasters. Manish Vashi sees that and blows the whistle immediately.
It's a lunging challenge on him. We didn't see too much wrong in the first instance, but did pull it back. Making sure that no players carrying any sort of injuries, especially towards the end. The Reliance Foundation Development League National Championship started off with 54 teams from 9 regions, and now we're whittled down to 1 finalist. And of course, at 4 p.m. the kickoff, we will find out which one of either FC Goa or Punjab Football Club will join the 2-time champions in the final on Saturday here. Bengaluru have got the job done, and FC Goa, they have a healthy 4-0 advantage, but make no mistake about it, Punjab Football Club will be coming out like roaring lions in that second leg and try and overturn what would be an improbable scoreline. But Punjab Football Club, if there's any side that's capable of doing so, it would be the side that topped Group B.
And talk about Punjab, it was not like they were completely blown away in that semi-finals. The first half was good from Punjab. They were creating chances, especially the first 25-30 minutes. They were creating chances. Vishal Yadav got a chance. Omang Dodum got some chances. So it was not like they were not getting chances. This will be an offside, that's for sure. Punjab are still in the contest. FC Goa, for them, the support from the home crowd would be absolutely crucial. On top of that, they've already got a 4-goal advantage. But if Punjab go and score at least 1 goal earlier in the first 10 to 15 minutes, they can be, of course, that's the right term, they would be just roaring like lions.
sure here as we are approaching the 80th minute here. Kerala Blasters still searching for their first goal in the semi-finals. The two legs not helping them as they got completely blown away in that first leg, and from there it was a monumental task to try and do this. But Bengaluru, their professionalism fully on display. The early goal was shutting down any sort of noise in terms of professionalism, getting the job done as the ball into the box.
Rohan finding Sohamu Treja. Those two substitutes trying to combine. And Rohan saying he's a really good player. I'm not so sure. Lack of game time for him. Probably not fitting into the team's tactics, but he's tricky. He's got some pace, Rohan Singh. He's got some serious pace, and then the delivery as well from him. And there's a lot of competition for sure because some of these players are like to like. There's Amit Rana. Plenty of learnings for him as well as a head coach. He's done well though, guiding Kerala Blasters to the semi-finals. Yes, results did not go into his favor, but to bring his team, 54 teams starting out right. So if you have come into the top four, you have done a good job. So Amit Rana, of course, he would not be happy with his performance as well. I think there has been a tactical masterclass from Radiana Tez Raj, and Amit Rana will acknowledge that, trying to get his armor sharpened up and get ready for the next season. But there's a lot of learning for everyone. For Kerala Blasters, the boys playing on. For Amit Rana, the head coach. Now maybe Kerala Blasters can at least get one in the center of the park, feeding one on to the left. Look at that from Yaifar Emba. Just 80 minutes on the board, and he's still there, tracking back and getting the ball, winning it back for Bengaluru.
Up there from Yafaram, by the way that he uses his body and eases into the attacker. And onto the left hand side, Bengaluru looking to venture forward here. They'll be looking for that exclamation point in the second half here.
Step overs and then the ball inside the box. This time around, the keeper collects that comfortably. Good from Rohan Singh, though. Is showing his probably auditioning for the grand finale, saying, you know what, boss? I'm still here. I've got all the skills to start in the grand finale. And that would be definitely very hard considering how well the bunch of 11 that have started over the two legs have performed. And is there going to be any changes in the grand finale? I think it all depends on who's going to qualify on the other end. Those teams will change the way Bengaluru go about their selection. Either it's going to be Punjab, or as of right now, it looks most likely Goa. But things could change. But I think that will also affect the selection of Bengaluru boys in the grand finale.
The two centre halves for Bengaluru Football Club, even with Suraj Singh entering the fray as a substitute. That excellent goal line clearance to keep the clean sheet intact here for Bengaluru Football Club as Kerala Blasters still searching for answers, still looking for a way to try and break this Bengaluru defense. Oh, that's a terrible pass there by Hitesh. And he's managed to be bailed out by his defenders on that occasion here. But look at the work that the Bengaluru boys are putting in here, Kumar. Somebody tell them that they're 10-0 up because they have been absolutely brilliant in terms of closing down the spaces and not allowing Kerala to play whatsoever.
And that was the case in the first game as well. They were 7-0 up. You saw Rakshit being brought on from the bench. He hit the crossbar and he was absolutely dejected. Hands on the head movement. I was feeling like the game is 0-0. Or maybe you're Bengaluru trailing 1-0. That's the kind of intensity we have seen. And we have talked about it, right? I think it all comes down how well you are drilled. Also, one major point of difference has been the physical difference we have seen from these two teams. Bengaluru feel like they are training much better. Those boys are running. Those boys are absolutely hunting is the right word. And just physically, I think they have been much more drilled.
Bengaluru on the right hand side now, looking to possibly add that final exclamation point. They keep pulling the ball around. They popped it nicely here. Kerala Blasters have had a slightly better second half, but that's only because Bengaluru have completely taken their foot off the gas. A couple of attempts, a chance to possibly score a goal was snuffed out by Suraj Singh at the line as a decent turn. They keep the ball so well, don't they, Bengaluru Football Club? Under pressure on the turn, they keep the ball well. As the Kerala Blaster player down on the far side here, the play continues. Decent header, feeds away onto the right hand side now.
So Mutreja moving forward. Sees no real option. Finds Rishi. Rishi lays it off. Hangshing now. Hangshing still on the ball. Feeds it to Rohan Singh. Hangshing on the overlapping run. Probably just too much. Oh, Hangshing has to be careful. Goes crashing into the hoarding. And he's gone down though. Mani Swashes will go and check on Hangshing. He's got too much pace and not able to pull the brakes. Goes crashing into the hoarding.
the Bengaluru players and staff can relax and plan the final now. Already it had a one eye on the final after the first leg. Now they can certainly look forward to it. Celebrations will be slightly muted considering the scoreline on the board here. From Bengaluru's point of view, the two-time champions, Kumar, are desperate to add yet another star on top of their badge here. They've had a couple of years where they have not been at their very best, but this season, goodness me, they have turned it on here, and head coach Randy Singh looking to lead his side with the championship come Saturday.
I mean, you look at Trinity and his expression feels like a battle command general. He's just up and down that touchline, and that's what we have seen. I think he's drilled his team in a military style because we have talked about it, right? If you draw the analysis, it feels like a military team. Up and down, running, full of intensity, tackles coming in, absolutely cohesive as a unit, playing for each other. There's no individuality in this side. So, is there any effect? Anup Raj is absolutely enjoying himself, and why not? When you've got such a high experienced coach in front of you, all you can do is go and learn from him.
I would love to play for a coach like head coach Randy Singh and Anupteras Raja, who've given the side that freedom to go out there and express themselves, score goals. That's the main thing from Bengaluru's point of view, isn't it? Scoring goals has certainly been one of the highlights. They scored under 2 goals a game in the national group stages. They weren't at their free flowing best, but defensively, Kumar, that's where they really shone. That there are five clean sheets in the national group stages, add another couple of them, and now it looks like they're a side that very rarely concede goals. And that is something that you'd love to take forward, especially in a final, knowing that your defensive base is so strong. And from there, you can look to build and play that beautiful brand of football that Bengaluru aim to play as well. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the second leg of the semi final.
I already mentioned that knockouts are really crucial, and in knockouts, your defense is what helps you progress. And Manish Washes, good fake from him. Going back to his footballing days, as well the referee. Coming back to it, knockouts, defensive solidarity, 10 goals scored, nil conceded. An absolute heaven right now for Bengaluru. And even they can go and add the 11th as well. As there's a ball floated in, just too much. Goes off and goes wide.
Bengaluru Football Club have certainly tried their best to add another goal in the second half. Last's defense holding firm on that occasion. There's the referee puts it back. Spotted something there. The near side might be another injury from Kerala Blasters' point of view. They have utilized their bench, but the players that came off the bench not able to make the impact. The likes of Sujan and Mohammad Nisham not able to get their shots away. The strikers have been isolated. Combination play up front has been non-existent. There's once again a look at the Bengaluru bench. All smiles from the boys there. Having got the job done, all eyes will be on the finals here, Kumar. They've done everything right throughout the season. They started off slow in the regionals, finishing started off brilliantly rather in the regionals with finishing first with 15 points. The zonals, however, with a real dip there, finishing third with 9 points. And I think that regionals, the zonals rather, was a bit of a wake-up call for Bengaluru Football Club to step their game up, to make sure they were primed and ready for the national group stages. And that's exactly what we've seen from them. From there, they have just been irresistible.
This time around, not the best of passes. Nisham couldn't do much. But coming back to the zonals, right? You see, they finished third in the zonals. At one point, it was a neck-to-neck battle between South United and Bengaluru FC to finish. It was it went right down the wire in the last game when PFC Kerala defeated South United, and then Bengaluru did qualify, obviously. And to think about it, they were absolutely struggling in the zonals. I wouldn't say struggling in terms of goal scoring, but they were struggling to keep other teams at bay, and that's where they have worked on. And that's where Bangsan and Yai Faremba have come in. Remember, Yai Faremba was not starting in the zonals, neither did Bangsan start. Different players were starting in. And I think the introduction of Yai Faremba as a centre back alongside Bangsan Singh has been revelational. Of course, Hangshing was there throughout, the full back. Samson was there as well. But those players, the two centre backs, I cannot stress enough on how impressed I am by Yai Faremba and Bangsan's display.
Play from the two centre halves, and even Suraj Singh, who's come in as a second half substitute, keeping that clean sheet, and of course making an impact in both boxes as Runil Al Hangshing. And clever pass onto the left hand side. Beautiful football again from Bengaluru.
Now then, Bengaluru on the attack.
Strike from that attempt as Kerala Blasters now looking to try and get that cross forward. It's easily intercepted as Bengaluru Football Club have been thoroughly professional here, Kumar, in the second half. Beautiful performance from them. Head coach Randy Singh will give them all a pat on the back, but also will be keeping them sharp and ready. Forget about this result and keep all their focus into the grand final.
A brilliant switch once again to find Somutreja, who was offside. I beg your pardon, who's onside. Gotta get my vocabulary correct. Somutreja has been brought on as substitute and has been lurking on this right hand side. Puts the delivery inside the box. This time around, not the kind of connection that was needed. And of course, Kerala Blasters break on the counter. And that's been the story, right? Once again, you see Kerala Blasters breaking on the counter. There's no support. There's an individual player trying to dribble the entire defense of Bengaluru. And the result would be the same. The boys will always hunt you down and take the ball from you. And there's a lot of learning for this Kerala Blasters team, that's for sure.
This is a painful lesson for them, but a lesson they have to learn here at the top level. When you see your opposition play some phenomenal football, hitting every single box, something in terms of a learning experience for Kerala Blasters. Of course, next season they'll be using this as motivation to possibly go the distance next season. Kerala Blasters have not able to breach the semi-final gap here before. They've not been able to reach that final so far, and they'll have to wait yet another year possibly reach the finals of the Reliance Foundation Development League. Now, in finishing their fifth season here of the Reliance Foundation Development League, the national championship has certainly thrown up some surprises. And we have seen Bengaluru Football Club be perfect here as we're into 4 minutes of stoppage time.
In 4 minutes more, and it's going to be played at the same pace that we have seen, gentle pace in the second half. Bengaluru FC showing a bit of respect to Kerala Blasters. Mohammad Nisham trying to take on the ball, and does well, Nisham. And then Howdimlan Wi-Fi trying to cut inside, shrugged off three defenders. Howdimlan Wi-Fi finding Sujin. Sujin slides one in, shot now coming in, up and over. The Kerala boys go down in desperation. And that one goal, even that one goal would not come. And Renedy, he's saying, what are you doing, boys? We've got to keep the clean sheet. Remember, your energy levels cannot drop. He's good to watch, Renedy.
Fantastic. And that's the kind of coach you want to play for, who demands, even when everything is done, he is relentless. And that kind of attitude filters throughout the players. You are the reflection of your coach on the pitch.
Yeah,
That's
right point.
exactly what we have seen from Bengaluru's point of view. Despite being 10-0 up on aggregate, they're still keeping that air of professionalism with the ball onto the left hand side.
Could be the 11th as well if there's a decent enough cross coming into picture. Instead decides to go back. Still on the ball. There's the cross now. Overhead. Keeper collects. Suraj, might you want to turn on to your football boots and try an audition for Bengaluru FC now?
I'm not capable, Kumar, unfortunately. I played at a very, very low level compared to these boys. And even when it's 10-0, I don't think head coach Reddy Singh will trust me and throw me into the fray to try and keep the clean sheet here. And who am I going to replace? Am I going to replace Referemba? Am I going to replace Suraj Singh? Absolutely not.
That goes to show you the quality of football these boys have been playing. I mean, it looks easy on the eyes, the way they have scored those goals, but trust us, it's not easy. We have played football, it's not easy, especially when you're playing semi-finals, especially when you're facing Kerala Blasters, who have been good in the national group stages. Each and everyone on the pitch today, from the defenders to the fullbacks to the midfielders and especially the goalkeepers as well. Everyone that has stepped on the pitch for Bengaluru deserves the credit because there's hardly a foot that has been put wrong in the semi-finals over the all four halves that we have seen.
Brilliant, really, from Bengaluru as we're past the halfway stage of stoppage time here. On the right hand side, still keeping possession is Bengaluru, possibly looking to add the real flourish at the end. Another goal for possibly to cheer on here from Kerala Blasters' point of view. They'll be desperate for the full time whistle. Much improved second half performance from the boys in yellow and
Yeah,
blue. But they'll
yeah.
know that Bengaluru did take their foot off the pedal. But trying to keep a clean sheet in the second half would have been one of the objectives for head coach Amit Rana's boys, and to their credit, they've managed to do so.
I think the way you see intensity has been the difference. You see, when Bengaluru have stepped down a bit, as they're on the attack, dare I say they have stepped down, ball inside, good delivery as well. Still Bengaluru on the attack. Nisham tracking back and Nisham winning the ball. A good play from Mohammad Nisham.
Nisham does well to just try and get rid of the ball there, but it comes straight back with Suraj Singh on that occasion. Into the final minute here, Bengaluru can just play this game now. The short, crisp passes go back, but it looks like they're still hungry for another goal before the full-time whistle. I'm sure head coach Randy Singh would have told them get a goal in the second half. They haven't managed to do so, and that's why you can see this kind of intensity still trying to search for the goals.
Less than 90 seconds remaining now. And that goal would be cherry on the cake. And for Kerala Blasters, that goal would be consolation. There's a run forward. Dominion Wi-Fi does not release the pass. I think that's also been one of the difference. But this time around receives it. How Dominion Wi-Fi straight to this time around. Wi-Fi goes crashing on the hoardings. I'm sure he's going to be okay. And that said, though, Money Swashes blows the full-time whistle. The semi-finals have been absolutely dominated by Bengaluru. They have scored 10 goals on the aggregate. Renedy and his boys have done the job. Full-time at the GMC Stadium. Kerala Blasters nil, Bengaluru FC 3.
But what a performance this has been from Bengaluru Football Club after scoring 7 in the first leg. You would have forgiven them for taking the foot off the pedal in the second, but they haven't done so. A first half commanding performance from Bengaluru Football Club. Sotokom, who scored a brace in the first leg, scores a brace in the second as Ashik Adhikari added the third in the first half. And from there, it was just about a training session from from Bengaluru's point of view. Kerala Blasters, however, they can be very proud of the campaign that they've had, finishing third in the regionals, second in the zonals, and of course in the national group stages. A very impressive showing. So a lot of positives for head coach Amit Rana's boys. But yes, they will be the first ones to acknowledge that they have been thoroughly outplayed as head coach Randy Singh has really made his stamp here in the fifth season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. What a coaching performance, and the boys have delivered, and then some. Yet 10-0 on aggregate here at the GMC Stadium in Goa as Bengaluru Football Club, the two-time champions, are into the finals.
Well, Bengaluru FC weren't just winning, they were rewriting the meaning of dominance. Absolute authority. Satacom, who has been good throughout both the legs. Yai for Ember, bunks in the two central defenders. You got to bring Vumnilal Hangshing, Ashika Dikari, Adil, Samson, all of these players. Cyrus Abilash, how can we forget him? And Cyrus Abilash over the two legs has been absolutely crucial for Bengaluru in the goals as well. Sahil, who's been brought in from the substitution bench, has done well. He's provided the assistant to his main goalkeeper, that's Ahibam Suraj Singh, who's also the captain. And of course, in the thick of things, I think the best player that Bengaluru have got on the pitch is Mohammad Arbash, who was taken off in the second half. They look like a side that's really ready to hunt down in the finals. It's going to be a wait and watch now. The 4 p.m. semi-finals, number 2, Punjab versus FC Goa. That's going to decide who Bengaluru face in the grand finale. There's Sertocom, and there's no surprise he is your player of the match. Happy, got 2 in the first, 2 in the second. How many will he get in the finals? It's going to be really interesting to watch.
What an impact this man has made in the semi-finals. He can be all smiles here. 2 goals in the first leg, 2 goals in the second, in red-hot form heading into the finals on Saturday. This man who scored 4 goals in the national group stages has scored 4 goals in the semi-finals. And it's Sertocom, the player of the match, with yet another clinical display here as the full-time scenes at the GMC Stadium in Goa winds up here. Kerala Blasters, unfortunately, from their point of view, it hasn't gone according to plan as we take you through some of the stats. All been dominated by Bengaluru Football Club in terms of possession and, of course, the chances created. Look at the difference there. 15 chances with 7 shots on target for Bengaluru Football Club. Kerala Blasters Football Club, unfortunately, not able to muster a single corner as well. Bengaluru with those 3 of them, but the full time, and of course the main thing with the 3 goals scored by Bengaluru being far too much for Kerala Blasters to absorb here. 10-0 on aggregate for Bengaluru Football Club. Kerala Blasters, better luck next time.
Waves and waves and waves. That was the attacking pattern. Just keep on attacking Bengaluru. Just keep on relentless pressing as well. You've talked about the attack, but how about the defense? I mean, not just interceptions, but the way they were pressing onto Kerala Blasters. And whenever there was a Kerala Blasters guy on the ball, be it Hauduman Wi-Fi, be it Mohammad Nishim, be it Sujin, in the first leg as well, Yung Kaiba Mendranath, Bengaluru FC were coming back, and they were coming back in numbers. They were tracking, and they were tracking with perfection. How many times we have seen on the wing, Makamayum Daniel, he was isolated 1v3. It's because the wingers are tracking back for Bengaluru, and that's the kind of physicality we have seen. I think they were better running on Here's a look at the goals once again. Sertocom finding the first one. The first off his second. Sabilash who fed the ball in. Sertocom providing the finishing touches. Sertocom would then go again to score the second as well. Sabilash in that first half could have got the second assist as well. Sertocom, his finishing just betraying him. But minutes later, with this delivery from Mohammad Arbash, Sertocom rising high. Once again, look at the Kerala Blasters defender. No one marking Sertocom. He's free. Jagna does not know where Sertocom is, and he's just behind lurking. And then, lucky for him, goes in the back of the net.
They were sensational in the first half, weren't they, Bengaluru Football Club? All the damage being done on that occasion. They were so hungry for goals. Head coach Reddy Singh's attacking philosophy very much on display, and the third goal pretty much capped that off. Full back to full back. Bumnelal Hanshin putting it on a plate for Ashika Adhikari, who ran onto it from right back. Could have added more there. Cyrus Abhilash on the half volley just pulled it wide. Kerala Blasters, unfortunately, could not manage to trouble both goalkeepers, Surat Singh and Sahil, in goal. Of course, we did see in the second half where Surat Singh had to make a goal line clearance as Bengaluru were desperate to keep the clean sheet. One of the best defenses in the Reliance Foundation Development League on show here. 5 clean sheets in the national group stages, and of course, 2 clean sheets in both semi-final legs, just highlighting Bengaluru's dominance throughout the campaign defensively, and going forward they certainly do look irresistible, and the 10 goals that they've scored will give them enough confidence knowing that regardless of who they face, whether that be FC Goa or Punjab Football Club, Bengaluru can certainly score the goals.
Yeah, for sure. And talk about Kerala Blasters, they conceded 10 goals in the entire 10 games that they played in national group stages. In the semi-finals, only 2 against Bengaluru FC. And that's what it took to concede and match the tally of 10 goals scored, 10 goals conceded, beg your pardon. And that goes to show you how well drilled this attacking lineup for Bengaluru is. And they have got plenty of firepower from the bench as well. In the finals, the oppositions have to be careful because Bengaluru, especially now that Trinity is on the helm alongside Anup Raj, it's going to be one heck of a tournament going into the wire. It's either going to be FC Goa or Punjab FC, and that will be very well evident at the 4 p.m. kickoff. Suraj will be there, and thank you for joining us once again. This has been one heck of a tournament. And Bengaluru, after winning the first 2, have found themselves where they belong on the big stage in the grand finale. They're just waiting for their positions now. And time now for the post-match presentation. And this will be the Player of the Match award. And no guesses. Once again, as it was the case in the first semi-finals, this is going to be the number 9 from Bengaluru FC, Sertocom. The award will be presented by the match commissioner Vipul Jain. And Sertocom, a word on him. We have talked a lot about him. 2 goals in the semi-finals, number 1. 2 goals in the return leg as well. There he is, the main man now. Sertocom, 4 goals in the semi-final, split across the 2 legs. He receives his second Man of the Match award. And that's good pictures. The Sertocom alongside the match commissioner Vipul Jain. And that's it for the live coverage from the Reliance Foundation Development League. We've got the first finalists is Bengaluru FC, who have absolutely dominated Kerala Blasters, ran riot, ran their way into the grand finale. For now, this stream is done and dusted. My name is Kumar Satyam. I was joined by my co-commentator Suraj. Have a good life. Have a blessed life. God bless you all. See you later in the 4 p.m. kickoff. That's going to be FC Goa taking on Punjab FC. That is going to be an absolutely delightful clash.